Mother hath brought the porridge, Indian, cake but a sip. Drink, and thy suffering shall ease. I shall not drink. Dianin. Mother's time draweth near. Take this, enter the palace, and seek thy birth father. That accursed scoundrel, for the sake of the throne, to abandon us, mother and child, for so many years. Find him for mother's sake. I can verily hear my mother's innermost thoughts. She desireth that I enter the palace to find my father.
My lady! My lodgie!
Open the gates! I must fetch my father! Away with thee, little brat. This is the imperial palace. What father couldst thou have here? If thou dost not leave, I shall throw thee out. Ha! This little urchin hath the agility of a monkey. Come down! If thou dost not descend, I shall chop down this tree. I must see my father.
Father.
From whence cometh this child? I shall call for my father. Yudichin, didst thou hear a sound? To reply to your majesty, I heard not. Ever since the emperor returned from the southern campaign and suffered his grievous wounds, his spirit hath grown increasingly frail.
Wheel us outside to take a look.
This child hath climbed quite high. Should his majesty behold this, and see that we twain cannot even manage a mere child, we shall surely lose our livelihoods. Bring him down at once. His majesty inquireth. What is this noise outside? Strike him with stones. Knock him down first. 'Tis the end. I am to die. To die. Protect his majesty. Ah. Huh? Who art thou? Thou hast a strangely fair countenance. Sakik, whose child art thou? How durst thou trespass within the imperial palace, and dare to collide with us? Insolent! Whose babe is left thus unattended? Hasten, and take the child hence. Return it unto me. Is the very token of love I bestowed upon Miaoine in years past. Moye. Miye. She liveth. Still. I have heard his inner voice. How doth he know my mother is named Mewani? The jade pendant belongeth to him. Doth not make him my father? We are speaking to thee. Where is thy mother? Speak, and cease thy eating. What matter is it if I partake of a few morsels of thy food? 3 years hath it been. Thou sired me, yet hast never raised me. I have not spent a single copper of thine, nor drunk a single drop of thy water. Thou art a most irresponsible father. I have yet to utter a word of complaint. But what right dost thou frighten me so? My mother, she is dead. What didst thou say? My mother, she is dead. What didst thou say? His Majesty hath coughed up blood and swooned. Serve him with the utmost care. All of ye should not go awry. None of ye shall keep your lives. How fareth his Majesty? His Majesty hath suffered grievous wounds. His legs are crippled, and his body have been poisoned.
Yet how durst I speak of such things? Not only are my father's legs crippled, but he hath also been poisoned.
A wretched thing to be the emperor. Imperial physician, speak plainly. What poison afflicts my father?
What? His Majesty hath been poisoned? This...
Third prince, fourth prince, 'tis said his majesty is ill. How fareth thee?
What illness doth truly afflict our second royal brother?
To sit upon the high throne, one must first have the life to hold it.
This bodes ill. These two mean to contest my father for the throne.
They are not righteous men.
I shall not suffer you to bully my father.
This child claims to be his majesty's daughter. Yet his majesty swooned before he could confirm the truth of it. This little maid hath gone mad, wishing to be a princess. Considering his majesty's exalted station, how could he so lightly acknowledge a daughter? Indeed, be gone swiftly before our second royal brother meets out punishment. He is my father. Chen, is this how thou dost serve his majesty? Allowing a child of unknown origin to clamor in this place? Should she disturb his majesty's rest? Canst thou bear the blame?
I shall not leave.
I must protect my father.
Speak further nonsense, and thou shalt lose thy head.
Even if I am beheaded, he remains my father.
I cannot simply disown my father, merely because I lack a head.
This child is rather endearing. However, heed my words well. This is no rustic village. We shall not tolerate thy wild insolence.
If thou dost not leave, thy head shall truly be forfeit.
Then I care not for my head. I want my father. Why stand ye idle?
Cast this reckless wench out at once.
Unhand our daughter. She is our daughter. Who dares to drive her away? Clow your anger, your majesty. Your majesty hath not even established a harem. Whence came this daughter?
I, second royal brother,
Though this child is fair of face, yet, as the son of heaven, thou must not claim kin without warrant. We are not reckless.
she is my daughter by Kimawai. Moya, be put and seek refuge for a time.
Once the storm hath quelled, I shall come for thee. 3 years past, when our royal father fell gravely ill, the former empress did instigate a mutiny. There were assassins seeking my life. The times were fraught with great peril.
Thus, I had no choice but to part with Miawang.
I knew not that Miwoi was already with child. Thereafter, through various plights, all tidings were lost. In the end, 'tis we who have failed her and this child. The Haut pleaseth not with your majesty. During the palace coup, all was in utter turmoil. Who could have spared a thought for another? Yet, is it certain this child bears the royal blood?
I, second royal brother, 'tis best to put it to the test.
The royal lineage brooketh no impurity. Dester then, she is genuine beyond doubt. Such likeness. This little maid's unyielding visage doth entirely resemble our own.
Chen, reinforce the water.
Aye, your majesty. Wait no longer. She is our daughter. We believe her. Your majesty, the blood test hath not yet yielded a result. Why dost thou? Behold this jade pendant. 'Tis the token of love we bestowed upon Miaoe in years past. Behold her features. They are the very mirror of our own. Our heart telleth us that she is indeed our daughter. As for this basin of water, is but a mere formality to silence the murmurs of the masses. Father believes me. He believeth in me, even without awaiting the proof. Second royal brother, though thy words ring true,
The royal bloodline doth ultimately require absolute certainty.
Else, it shall be ill to answer to the ministers of the court.
then we shall continue to wait. Yet in the interim, should anyone dare to lay but a single finger upon her,
We shall show absolutely no mercy.
your majesty, the blood doth refuse to merge. I fear I spoke no falsehood. He is indeed my father. The rite of blood testing is not altogether infallible. We have spoken. We believe her.
Attendants, escort the princess to change her raiment and prepare a repast.
Princess, pray follow this old servant. I shall not leave, lest they torment my father whilst I am one way. What then? I wish to remain by my father's side.
Then thou shalt remain by our side.
I wish to remain by my father's side.
Then thou shalt remain by our side.
Your Majesty, the truth lieth plain before our very eyes. This child doth bear no trace of the royal bloodline. Guards! Drag this deceiver hence. I am no deceiver. I am indeed his daughter.
Prince of Chu,
We have decreed, until the outcome is made manifest.
None shall be permitted to lay a hand upon her.
Your Majesty, thou art deceived by wicked lies. To thou, who art the deceiver, thy heart is brimming with malicious intent.
Thou dost desperately wish in thy heart that the imperial father would forsake me.
Your Majesty, behold!
It doth blend. The blood doth merge. She's truly the second royal brother's own flesh and blood.
Even if I be his true kin,
I desire this father no longer.
but a moment ago, thou didst almost cast me aside.
Within our domain, our word is absolute law.
how couldst thou presume to come and go as thou pleasest? Attendants, be the princess and draw fresh raiment for her.
I possess both arms and legs of mine own. I shall go whithersoever I please. Wherefore should I heed thy words? Unhand me. I am thy father, third royal brother. Dost thou believe it? That a wild wench, who springeth forth from nowhere,
Should chance to be His Majesty's daughter,
their bloods already mingled. If second royal brother believeth it, then so do I. Thou art truly our daughter,
And thou art truly my father.
this thy mother's.
There. Cease thy weeping.
Since thou knewest my mother, wherefore didst thou not seek her out, leaving her to suffer such bitter hardships?
Were it not for my mother's insistence that I seek my sire in the palace,
I would pay thee no heed. Mother's intent was for me to seek vengeance upon him, yet he is mine own true father after all.
Can I truly exact such vengeance?
dost thou harbor thoughts of slaying us?
To avenge thy mother?
Alas, can he hear mine inner thoughts as well?
Was but a guess. Fear not.
Since thou hast returned to the palace as our daughter, none shall ever dare to maltreat thee again. Come, call us imperial father.
Didn't endow it to be so simple a matter?
If one is bidden to acknowledge a sire, must she needs obey? If one is bidden to call thee father, must she needs speak it? I wholly refuse. Diandian, our dear Diandian.
Very well. Seeing the utmost sincerity upon thy visage, I shall permit thee an embrace.
Let us see thee dare defy us again.
let us see thee dare be unruly again.
That shall teach thee for not seeking us out sooner.
Xiao Zhutian, thou vile deceiver.
Thou art attempting to murder thine own flesh and blood. Guards, come to mine aid. Unhand me. I wish to depart from this place. I disown thee as my father. If thou darest, so dare I.
Your Majesty, Her Grace the Empress Dowager hath arrived.
Your Majesty, Her Grace the Empress Dowager hath arrived. Imperial Mother. Emperor, we have heard tell of the child thou hast brought back. Bring her forth swiftly, that we may lay eyes upon her.
Dianing greets thee, Imperial Grandmother.
Since Gingshin returned from the battlefield, his imperial body hath suffered injury.
It is unknown if he may sire another heir.
To have a daughter is a blessing still.
This Empress Dowager is no wicked soul. She doth cherish Imperial Father.
Imperial grandmother is of noble heart. She doth cherish Imperial father.
But of course, for he is our own son,
And thou art his daughter.
We are bound by blood.
Behold this child. Thy brows and eyes bear the very likeness of Jingte.
with such gentle, crescent eyes. Thou art truly our sweet granddaughter.
Imperial grandmother, Ya Jingting hath struck me.
Would how thou exact punishment upon him?
The emperor dares to mistreat thy Indian?
Guards, confine him to his quarters for 3 days. He is forbidden to leave the palace.
Imperial grandmother, I pray thee, punish him not. Even the greatest of sages are prone to error. Father meant no true harm.
Furthermore, if he is forbidden to leave the palace,
Would he not suffer from great tedium? I beseech thee, grant him mercy.
thou art truly fiercely protective of him, child.
Very well, for thy sake. We shall spare him this once.
In the end, ye are bound by flesh and blood.
How couldst thou truly bear grudge? These treasures are bestowed upon thee.
Henceforth, this palace shall be thine home. Shouldst thou have need of aught, seek out thine imperial grandmother.
If thine imperial father should dare to mistreat thee again,
Thy imperial grandmother shall surely uphold justice for thee.
thou art truly kind, imperial grandmother.
Long live the imperial grandmother. This child's stubbornness doth resemble our own.
And this magnanimous bearing
Doth greatly resemble Mioang.
And this magnanimous bearing
Doth greatly resemble Mioang.
Seek vengeance upon thy father. I harbor naught but hatred for him.
he among thy mother.
I must pay him no heed. I must pay him no heed.
Dian, art thou accustomed to dwelling within the palace?
Dost thou hold affection for thy father?
Mother,
Didst thou not say he had wronged thee?
Yet in days past, thy mother held a deep affection for him. Since mother holds affection for father, then I cannot leave him forsaken.
Princess, the little ancestor, His Majesty the last, hath someone to bestow affection upon him.
Yuna Chen, father is the emperor.
He doth possess the 3 palaces and 6 courtyards.
How could he lack for affection?
there is somewhat thou dost not know, princess.
Ever since Her Highness the Crown Princess, thy mother, departed from the palace, His Majesty hath never cast a single glance upon another woman. This inner court is naught but an empty shell.
Could it be that father still yearns for mother in his heart?
Yet wherefore did he not seek us out?
Wherefore art thou here?
Could it be that father still yearns for mother in his heart? Yet wherefore did he not seek us out?
Wherefore art thou here?
I have but lately dreamt of mother. She asked if I held affection for thee, father.
Dost thou also yearn for mother?
Then wherefore didst thou not seek us out?
I have been searching for thee unceasingly.
We beseech His Highness the Crown Prince to ascend the throne. The realm cannot be without a sovereign for a single day. I yet have matters in import to attend unto. The matter of ascension shall wait. Your Highness, the barbarians of the northern frontier have learned that our great Jing is without an emperor. They already provoke skirmishes at our borders.
They eye us with ravenous intent.
The affairs of state must not be neglected.
The barbarians grow restless.
Should we remain without a sovereign to preside over the realm?
I fear the ravages of war shall fall upon us.
So be it. Now that your majesty hath ascended the throne, is a grand blessing for great Jing.
We beseech your majesty to decree the choice of empress with all haste.
May the emperor and empress be of one heart,
And may great Jing endure for 10,000 years.
The seat of our empress is promised unto but one woman.
Speak no more of this matter.
Just thou know how burdened an emperor is. So burdened that to seek a single person, one must first lay aside personal desires
and place the affairs of state above all else.
These past years, we have sent countless men across the realm.
Yet they could never find thy mother.
Is this what mother called fate hasn't something or other?
Or else, not even a herd of horses could drag her back.
Pray tell, hast thou seen this person?
Alas, she hath but recently moved.
Thou art a step too late.
Let it be. The affairs of grown-ups are beyond a child such as I.
In any case, I feel
Is enough that thou didst not abandon thy search for us on purpose.
this is called leaving it to chance. Is it not?
Not leaving it to chance.
It is leaving it to fate. Thou art already 5 years of age.
From the morrow, thou shalt begin thy studies. Studies? Those characters as large as blocks of tofu? I have no desire to make their acquaintance.
As the sole princess of the great Jing dynasty,
Thou must study the 4 books and the 5 classics. Thou shalt bring no shame upon us. Then I shall not be a princess.
Can I not simply disown thee as my royal father?
Thou shalt study for us. Oh, mother, I too despise him.
I desire not to study.
Thou shalt study for us. Oh, mother, I too despise him.
I desire not to study.
Whither goest thou?
The tutor is absent, and thus thou wouldst flee?
Royal father, I beseech thee, spare me. Truly, I desire not to study.
Hold out thine hand.
O mother, dost thou see?
He doth torment me.
I knew thou couldst not bear to strike me.
Your Majesty, an urgent dispatch from the frontier.
Wherefore this panic?
the Manchu tribes have invaded once more.
The fires of war.
Are kindled anew.
Through these years, we have marched to battle time and again. It seemeth we have not struck them hard enough, that they should dare to encroach upon us again.
Pass our decree.
We shall ride to battle personally once more.
And vanquish the Manchu tribes entirely.
Your Majesty, thou must not.
Thy legs are plagued by a chronic ailment.
Even now, thou requirest aid but to walk.
How canst thou take to the battlefield again? Doth not the court have the first prince, the Prince of Chu,
And the third prince, the Prince of Jin, they are in the very prime of their youth and ought to share in your majesty's burdens.
Exerting their utmost for great Jing.
Royal father, thou canst not employ them.
They are wicked men.
Previously, I overheard them conspiring in secret, praying that some misfortune might befall thee.
So they might usurp thy throne. Thou absolutely must not let them command the army.
At such a tender age, not only dost thou speak recklessly of court affairs,
To dare slander thine own 2 royal uncles. This day, we shall surely chastise thee.
Your Majesty, pray spare the princess.
she is but a child of 5 years.
To fail in teaching one's child is the father's fault.
Today, we shall properly school her in the rules of propriety. Even shouldst thou beat me to death, I shall still declare them wicked men.
If father heeds me not, he shall rue it.
Wicked father.
Father hath been poisoned, and is not yet cured. I must needs seek out the antidote for him.
Father hath been poisoned, and is not yet cured. I must needs seek out the antidote for him.
Eat slowly. None shall snatch it from thee.
Father, the victuals in thy palace are truly delectable.
Oh, little princess, thou must address his majesty as imperial father.
Such are the rules of the palace.
What wretched rules are these?
Imperial father is father,
And father is father.
Wherefore not simply call him so?
let her be.
Your Majesty,
'Tis time to partake of thy medicinal broth. The imperial physician decreed that today's dosage must be increased so as to fortify the dragon body. The Prince of Chu hath commanded that such a substance be added to this dose. We must ensure the emperor grows ever more feeble. Once the deed is done, a handsome reward shall be mine. Nay, this medicine beareth a strange odor. Thou must not drink it.
Your Majesty, spare my life.
Little princess, spare my life.
Was prepared by the imperial physician. Thy servant dares harbor no wicked intent. Thy servant is unjustly accused. Why such panic? 'Tis but a bowl of medicine. This medicine is far too bitter. Fetch another brew.
Go thou to the imperial hospital and boil a fresh decoction.
Yea, thy servant departs forthwith.
Kench, shadow he steps. Mark whither he goeth and whom he meets.
Thine own servant understands.
Imperial father, they plot to harm thee. Thy imperial father knoweth.
Fear not, Dian.
Thy imperial father is well aware.
Imperial father, they plot to harm thee.
Thy imperial father knoweth.
Fear not, Dian.
Thy imperial father is well aware.
I must by no means be discovered.
Should aught go awry,
My very life shall be forfeit.
'Tis as I suspected. Foul play is at hand. I must hasten to report this unto His Majesty. Whither dost thou hasten so urgently, Junak?
Your Royal Highness,
Thy servant hath but newly discovered Qiuqiao,
and was upon my way to inform His Majesty.
The matter is not yet brought to light, and thou wouldst rashly trouble mine imperial father? Shouldst thou ruin a matter of great import, or falsely accuse the innocent?
Couldst thou bear the weight of such consequence?
Princess, this matter doth concern the poisoning.
'Tis no small consequence.
Were best to first enlighten His Majesty. My lady mother once spake that in all matters, one must seek absolute clarity to truly comprehend the truth.
I shall see for mine own self just who this shadow poisoner,
And who amongst us dares pass such secret missives?
Your Royal Highness, thou must not. The chambers are forbidden ground.
Thou canst not enter. Princess, run not astray.
Beware, lest thou startle those within.
Princess.
who granted thee passage?
By whose decree do ye enter?
His Royal Highness, the Prince of Chu. But a moment ago, thy servant beheld with his own eyes thee receiving that missive.
I beseech your Highness to surrender it.
His Majesty awaits to inspect it.
Eunuch Chen jests.
This prince hath never beheld such a missive.
Mayhap thine aged eyes grow dim and have deceived thee.
Thou least. We all beheld it clearly.
He hath hidden it.
Father, behold, he doth hide a missive within his mouth.
He's almost devoured it entirely.
Your Majesty, pray see. This child doth speak utter nonsense.
What missive? His not but a scrap of worthless paper. I delied, I do.
Thy servant is falsely accused. 'Tis not so.
It bore words. I heard it.
He said in his heart that the imperial guards obey his every command.
He further thought he would wait upon thee, father, and is in no haste.
Prince of Chu, though Dian be but young in years, she has never spoken falsehoods out of thin air.
Since thou claimest to be falsely accused,
Then we shall grant thee a chance to prove thine innocence.
Eunuch Chan.
That old servant is here.
Dispatch men forthwith to search the Prince of Chu's manor. Any correspondence exchanged with the imperial guards,
troop dispatch index,
And ledgers of coin. Let them all be sealed.
By imperial decree, summon the commanders of the imperial guards to the palace.
We shall question them in person. Thy old servant shall see to it anon.
Your Majesty, thou dost cast suspicion upon thy subject. I am thine own imperial brother.
'tis precisely because thou art our imperial brother.
That we shall naturally make amends unto thee. Yet should aught be discovered,
Then thou shalt be judged according to the laws of the realm.
All is lost! Within the secret compartment of the study lie the clandestine missives exchanged with my uncle. I must devise a scheme.
Father, he is stricken with fear. In his heart, he thinketh of the secret missives hidden within the study's compartment.
Yuke-ten.
During thy search, focus heavily upon the secret compartment in the study and the false bottom beneath the bed. Let naught be overlooked. As your majesty commands. Thou, ye. During thy search, focus heavily upon the secret compartment in the study and the false bottom beneath the bed. Let naught be overlooked.
As your majesty commands. Thou, ye.
Your majesty, this girl Diadian acteth with unruly arrogance. She beareth not of the comportment befitting an eldest princess.
Thy humble servant doth beseech your majesty
To seek out a tutor of great virtue and renown for her, that she may be properly instructed, and her speech and conduct be disciplined. Royal uncle speaketh falsehoods. I did not. Ji knew. The Indian is but a child. Wherefore must thou chastise her so harshly? As for thee, Prince of Jew,
As her royal uncle, thou showest no tender care for thy niece,
but instead dost rebuke her before all. Thou bearest not the slightest semblance of a royal uncle.
Dianded is our royal grandchild.
It is not thy place to dictate her ways. Imperial grandmother, thou must seek justice upon my behalf. Not only hath royal uncle chastised me, he doth plot to bring ruin upon the imperial father. He hath poisoned the imperial father's tea. What sayest thou? Poison? Empress Dowager, thy son hath purged this venomous woman. Henceforth, thy son shall pledge fealty only unto thee. In years past, thine adoptive mother sought to poison us.
and thou, to curry our favor, didst slay thine own adoptive mother with poison.
We ought to have long understood the nature of one's roots. As it is with a great tree, so too is it with the innate nature of man.
Even so are benevolence and righteousness.
And now, thou darest to chastise our own royal grandchild. What? Wouldst thou employ the very same treacherous methods upon Diandian that thou didst use against thy adoptive mother? The venom steeped within thy very bones cannot be purged, nor can thy natural-born treachery be concealed. May the Dowager Empress perceive the truth. Thy servant hath done no such. Is Didian who doth falsely accuse thy servant. In years past, thy servant did loyally protect your grace. May heaven and earth bear witness. Loyalty, thy so-called loyalty, is but to emulate thine adoptive mother in doing cruel harm unto the princess. Guards, cast him into the imperial dungeon, there to await his judgment. I have finally helped father rid himself of a wicked man. Dowager Empress, Diandian is afraid. I have finally helped father rid himself of a wicked man.
Jabberjam Empress, Diandian is afraid. Stay thy steps. Whosoever dares advance, I shall slay the child.
Grandfather, royal uncle means to slay his own blood niece.
叫金鱼，狮子得寒，一想好了心狗黑，绑哪儿都是黑。
We shall surely grind thy bones to dust and scatter thine ashes to the winds.
Grind my bones to dust?
乔听听, look upon thine own self. Thou art not but a cripple who hath not even the strength to stand.
乔金友，害怕害食其人。
Release Diandian. Mayhap we shall yet spare thy wretched life. Dost thou truly believe my path hath ended? Hearken well. Without this hall stand 3,000 of my royal guard.
Mine uncle commandeth an expeditionary host of 100,000.
Who even now stand ready without the city walls. This throne was destined to be mine from the very beginning. Thou hast been conspiring all along with thine adoptive mother's kin, the Situ clan. Such brazen insolence. Unhand Diandian at once, lest thou perish without a grave to hold thy corpse. Thou wicked man! Thou cussed it my father's realm, and now thou seekest Diandian's life.
Father, imperial grandmother,
Show him no mercy.
Stay the hide. Who dares move? Your imperial majesty. Either strike me down,
and watch thy precious daughter perish with me.
or abdicate of thine own accord, and yield the throne unto me. Only then shall I release her. Unhand our daughter. We yield the throne. Father doth this for thee, Gendian. Thou casteth aside even the throne? Father is a righteous man. Mother, Diandian can heed thy words no longer. I must still protect him.
小金姐，是历此迭代。
That which thou desirest, we shall bestow upon thee.
How generous of your majesty.
Yet, once the imperial seal rests in mine hands,
By what reason should I release her?
Our word is our bond.
The seal is thine,
and we shall depart with the Andean.
Elsewise, the hall is already encircled by the imperial guards today.
Thou couldst not escape, even if thou hadst wings.
our empire, and our daughter. How durst thou lay a finger upon them? Thou hast deceived me. We never barter with our daughter's life. Is all thy doing? Were it not for thee,
How could my stratagem have failed?
seize him. Imperial guards, heed my command. Execute this tyrant at once.
Dare ye defy an imperial decree?
Waste not thy breath. From the very first day, thou didst spit poison us.
The Imperial Guards had already laid their plans with us.
Look behind thee.
I, subjects, pledge loyalty unto your majesty until death.
Keep him away.
Cast him into the imperial dungeon.
There, to await our judgment.
Imperial Father, did you truly intend to yield the Imperial Seal to him just now? Silly child.
The imperial seal is the foundation of the state.
How could it be surrendered so lightly?
Your imperial father was merely stalling him.
Come what may,
Your Imperial Father shall never let harm be.
Danian trusts Imperial Father.
Silly child. The imperial seal is the foundation of the state.
How could it be surrendered so lightly?
Your Imperial Father was merely stalling him.
Come what may,
Your imperial father shall never let harm befall you.
Danian trusts Imperial Father. You were merely fortunate.
To have a daughter who can read minds.
Without her, you would have perished by my hand long ago. Save your strength, treacherous. His Majesty, mindful of your fraternal bond, has mercifully granted you a whole corpse. Do not bring further humiliation upon yourself.
An imperial physician! Summon an imperial physician at once!
alas,
Imperial father, please awaken.
heavens, have mercy upon my father, I beseech you.
When mother fell ill, she drank talisman water and was healed. Imperial father shall be healed too, once he drinks it.
Princess, you are still young.
Illness strikes with the force of a falling mountain.
His Majesty bears many old battle scars.
How could he recover so easily?
Empress Dowager, how fares second imperial brother?
The Prince of Chu has just perished.
Then the throne shall belong to my son, Jingheng.
You are wicked. You wish for my imperial father's death.
Do not come near him.
You are wicked. You wish for my imperial father's death. Do not come near him. Imperial grandmother, Dowager Consort Shu, is wicked. She does not wish for father's well-being.
Impotent. A mere unweaned babe dares to wag her tongue. Hold your tongue, Dowager Consort Shu. What tremendous audacity.
Empress Dowager, this subject was merely disciplining an ignorant child.
Disciplining? Dian is the eldest princess of Great Jing. She is the emperor's own flesh and blood.
And our very own imperial granddaughter. Is it the place of a mere dowager consort?
To reprimand her? Have you no regard for hierarchy?
Have you no regard for us?
This subject concubine dares not. I merely
Say no more.
Guards!
Drag Dowager Consort Shu out and make her kneel outside the hall for 2 hours. Let her reflect upon her transgressions.
mother consort.
Jingheng, look closely. If you do not ascend to power,
I, your mother consort,
will suffer the humiliation of kneeling before a 5-year-old child. You must take the throne. You must.
Imperial father, please wake up.
Daniel, what must I meal? Daniel will eat fruit meals obediently.
Please,
Do not sleep anymore. My sweet Dian. Imperial Father, you are finally awake. My Dian has suffered grievances. Imperial Father, you are finally awake.
My DN has suffered grievances.
What is the matter? I never knew being the Emperor was so perilous.
There is always someone secretly scheming against you. It would be better to open a breakfast stall with me.
And sell your favorite meat buns.
Silly child. If the realm is not at peace, if ruthless bandits run rampant, could thy bun stall open in peace? What Father protects has never been this imperial palace. 'Tis the bun stalls of all the common folk across the realm. Oh, then Father must have eaten quite a few of their buns. Else why wouldst thou toil so hard to protect them all?
Father, thy smile is truly wondrous to behold, fairer even than the peonies in the imperial garden.
Thou little scamp, thou knowest well how to flatter thy father.
Be that as it may.
This time thou hast aided Father in eliminating the Prince of Chu. Father ought to reward thee handsomely.
Your Majesty, this must not be.
The princess is of royal blood and noble birth. She ought to address you formally as Imperial Father. It's no matter.
She delights in calling me so.
Then let her be. In our presence, she is not bound by such strictures. The Prince of Chu had long harbored treasonous ambitions. Secret forever faces for his own gain. We, mindful of our brotherly bond, could not bear to strike him down for the longest time. Now that Dian has returned to the court, she has helped us eradicate this grave threat. Father, since Dian has done thee such a great service,
Wilt thou band me a meat bun as my reward?
I desire the grandest and most savory one of all. Haha! Speak not of a mere single meat bun.
Even shouldst thou demand all the buns in the realm.
Father can well afford to provide them.
Even shouldst thou demand all the buns in the realm, Father can well afford to provide them. Your Majesty, look. You grip it too hastily.
Thy touch must be gentle.
Follow the direction of the wind and walk slowly. Yes, just like that. Just like that. Princess, the wind seems to have grown fiercer.
Shall we pause for a moment?
Fear not. Let us try once more. A few more attempts, and thou shalt master it. Thy servant deserves death. It's no great matter. 'Tis but a snap string. We may procure another upon the streets to play anew. Wherefore dost thou kneel? Arise swiftly, and make another attempt. Merely proceed with more gentleness this time. The princess is truly of a benevolent heart. Under any other master, we should have suffered punishment ere now. Verily, it is so. Not only is the princess fair of face, but her heart is exceedingly gentle. We all bear great affection for her highness. Behold, your majesty. The little princess is fair, benevolent, and of excellent disposition. She truly favors your majesty.
'Tis only that your Majesty is wont to be somewhat stern.
Else, the bond betwixt father and daughter would be closer still. Thou prattling old knave. Royal father, what absurdities doth eunuch Chen utter? In what manner is my royal father stern? Nay, 'twas incorrect. Even were my royal father stern, he should not be permitted to speak of you thus. Moreover, I do not favor my father in the slightest. Oh, whom dost thou favor then?
To possess so sharp a tongue.
I favor none but myself. Royal father is wicked to mock me. How dost thou address us?
Royal Father, I call thee Father, for thou art a father unto me alone.
I call thee royal father, for thou must protect all the realm under heaven. Therefore, methinks royal father holds greater weight. Then call it out once more, wilt thou not? Nay, I shall not.
快喊！
Your Majesty. I care not. I care not what thou dost. I care not. I care not what thou dost. We commanded thee to attend his majesty without departing his side for but a single step. How darest thou be distracted?
Should even the slightest harm befall his majesty,
We shall flay thee alive. This old slave deserveth 10,000 deaths. This old slave knoweth his fault. I beseech the Empress Dowager to spare my life.
I beseech the Empress Dowager to spare my life.
Be not anxious, sister.
Heaven shieldeth his majesty.
He shall surely turn peril into peace.
下中天,
only when thou hast thoroughly ruined our Jingho, but he did not possess a chance.
Second royal brother hath waged war upon the battlefield for great Jin these many years.
He is covered from head to foot in old wounds. Truly, he's borne heavy burdens these past years.
This third royal uncle is indeed a good man.
He possesseth a kind heart. 'Tis but his mother consort who is exceedingly wicked, steering solely to bring harm unto father. Nay, I must devise a way to aid my father.
old royal uncle.
If in thy heart thou truly carest for thy brother, the emperor, then heed not the words of thy mother consort, I pray thee.
Why do our legs ache so grievously?
Your Majesty the Empress Dowager, his Majesty hath awakened. He is past grave danger.
He hath awakened.
Our heart is at last relieved. Danian, thou shalt not make mischief henceforth.
Shouldst thou dare trifle with thy imperial father again,
We shall by no means spare thee.
It is thy fault his Majesty's legs do ache from thy antics.
Joyous tidings, Empress Dowager.
his majesty's legs may yet be saved, that his majesty can feel the pain.
Prevath, the vital energies begin to flow unhindered.
'Tis a sign he turneth from peril to safety.
'Tis my own merit.
Imperial father ought to bestow a reward upon Diendia. It proveth the vital energies begin to flow unhindered. In that is a sign of turning from peril unto safety.
The merit is mine.
Imperial father ought to bestow a reward upon Diendian. May it please your Majesty, the Empress Dowager.
Thy humble servant hath examined his majesty. The vital energies within his left leg do gradually flow unhindered. As the ancients spake, where there is pain, there is obstruction.
Where there is flow, there is no pain.
His majesty hath felt naught in his afflicted leg for over 2 years. Following the fall, the sense of pain hath returned. 'Tis the very omen of the vital energies flowing free once more. Given time, a full recovery is most assured. Seekest thou the truth?
Shall the Emperor's leg truly be healed?
Thy servant dares not deceive the Empress Dowager. He needeth only apply the poultices in due time and partake in restorative care.
Ere half a year doth pass,
His majesty shall surely stand upon his feet once more.
shall he truly stand again?
Do like. New like. Is an absolute certainty. Imperial father, this merit is mine alone.
Had I not drawn thee to the imperial gardens,
Thou wouldst not have suffered this fall, nor would thy vital energies have been unblocked.
Good child,
My good child,
it's all thanks to thee.
attend. Pass our royal decree. Reward the princess most handsomely. Bestow upon her 100 taels of gold and 1,000 bolts of brocade. Thy will be done. We felicitate your majesty. All hail his majesty. This princess is truly a bane upon us. Ever since her return to the palace, first the Prince of Chu met his demise, and now she bringeth hope that the emperor shall walk again. If we suffer her to live, she shall bring doom upon us, mother and son, ere long. Make haste, rouse not the others. Hark! What wicked knave doth seek to harm me? My sire is the emperor. Once I do return, and my royal father learns of this, he shall grant thee no quarter. Mark my words.
Stay, noble wolf, be not rash. We may parley in good faith.
The scent upon this child is most familiar.
Like that woman from years past. Doth he know my lady mother?
Dost thou know my mother? Her name was Shimeoin.
I was born within a wolf's den.
'Tis thee.
Thou art that infant babe. When thy mother labored to bear thee, 'twas only we who kept the watch. We guarded her, for she had saved our young.
We were forever in her debt. So what my mother spake was true indeed.
She proclaimed the wolf pack her saviors.
And my own kin as well.
Little mongrel, I have found thee. Meet thy doom.
Wolf and brethren, they mean to slay me.
I beg of thee, save me.
I give thee thanks for my deliverance, wolf brethren.
How truly didst know my mother.
She was the great benefactor of our wolf clan. When she brought thee into this world, she bled most grievously. Was we who gathered herbs to staunch her bleeding. Ere she departed, she prayed that if her child should ever face peril, we would remember our bond and grant thee our protection but once. This day, our vow is fulfilled. So my mother had long ago forged a path for my survival. I thank thee.
Guard the princess. Archers, make ready.
Hold thy hands. Let no man move. These are my saviors. They are no foes of ours. Go fetch a bounty of fresh meat and bring it hither, and see that it is delivered every morrow hereafter. Let there be no cessation. Do as I bid, for they have saved my life. I shall repay them in my imperial father's stead. I shall come to visit thee oft hereafter. I have spoken. I shall mount my war horse. I must go seek Dandian. Your Majesty, thy royal person is of utmost import. I beg of thee, nay! The Imperial Guard hath already gone forth to search. They shall surely bring the princess back. Speak not to me of my royal health. She is the sole flesh and blood of Mioyan and myself. I would sooner forsake this very throne. I shall forfeit mine own life to bring her back. Imperial Father. Danian, my sweet daughter. Thou hast returned. Dian, my sweet daughter. Thou hast returned. Imperial Father! Imperial Father! Danan hath thought she would never look upon her Imperial Father again. How could I ever forsake thee? Thou canst not claim thy daughter and forsake thy throne. I shall aid thee in guarding the realm henceforth. Thou art the Imperial Father, and I, the eldest princess. Together we shall slay the wicked and defend the realm. Thou art but a little maid, yet thou knowest much. Tell me, dost thou know who took thee captive? Their faces were veiled. I knew them not, but 'twas the wolf brethren who delivered me. Would Imperial Father grant Diandian but one boon? Grand Consort, I have heard. 'Tis said those wolves all stood guard over the eldest princess, never leaving her side. What manner of child is she, truly? Imperial Father must send meat unto the wolf pack every morrow hereafter. They kept me safe, and so I must keep them safe in return. It is known. I shall do as thou biddest.
Thou spakest but a moment ago of thy mother, falling amidst a pack of wolves upon thy birth.
Pray, tell, how did this come to pass? When my lady mother gave birth unto me, she was hunted by wicked men.
By mischance, she fell into a wolf's den.
Was the wolf pack that shielded us, and thus I was spared to live.
When my lady mother gave birth unto me,
She was hunted by wicked men.
By mischance, she fell into a wolf's den.
Was the wolf pack that shielded us?
And thus, I was spared to live.
flee no more, Yi Miao-en. Surrender thyself.
I bear no ill will. I desire but to be your ally.
I beseech you, harm neither me nor my child.
The sleep at the different tree.
You have my deepest gratitude.
Were it not for your pack, neither I nor my child would have survived.
Should my child face peril in the days to come,
I beg of you, remember our meeting this day and protect her but once.
I, Yi Miao-yang, shall toil as a beast of burden in my next life
To repay your great benevolence.
I was born within the wolf's den.
Mother said that had it not been for that pack, we should have been slain upon my very birth. Mother raised me within that very den.
Thus, the wolves bear a familiar scent unto Diandian.
Alas, the eldest princess hath suffered such a bitter fate. This day, 'twas the wolves that saved me once more.
They said that in years past, my mother beseeched them to protect me.
And they gave their pledge.
The Dianat hath promised them an offering of fresh meat each day. Doth imperial father permit this? From this day forth, the imperial kitchens shall dispatch fresh meat unto that valley daily.
Let there be no failure in this command.
Thy servant obeys the imperial decree.
You can, reckoning by Diandian's age.
When Muane departed the palace in those days,
She was newly with child. Thy servant doth understand.
According to the custom of 9 months gestation, the very day her highness was delivered of the child was exactly when your majesty dispatched the imperial guards to seek out her highness. The one who led them was the commander of the imperial guards, Lian. Is it not so?
Go and investigate.
Investigate at once at whose behest Lian acted,
That he should dare to strike Moyen with murderous intent.
Your Majesty, hast thou forgotten?
Lian is the blood nephew of Consort Dowager Shu's mating house.
Summon Yu Ya.
Summon Liu Ya.
That Minister Liang bows before your majesty.
Long live the emperor. May he live 10,000 years.
arise.
Yesternight, the former crown princess came unto our dreams, saying that after she faced peril and departed the palace in those days, someone did mercilessly pursue and hunt her,
Seeking to put her to death.
May your majesty see clearly. That minister was acting upon your majesty's decree.
To seek out the whereabouts of the former crown princess.
I harbored not the slightest thought of harming her.
By minister dare not conceal the truth.
Your majesty,
The former crown princess?
it seems my mother was the crown princess in times past. Alas, why doth his majesty suddenly speak of this matter?
What consort Shu commanded must never be brought to light.
Yet his majesty presses the matter. If I speak not,
My death is surely certain.
How shall I deceive him and pass this by?
Liu Ya, 大耳亮也.
Was one consort Dowager Shu who bade thee slay my mother, was it not?
Lady,
Was her.
Fotis princess, no, thou must not speak such child untruth. Men, make haste and summon Consort Dowager Shu to the hall.
Go forth and entreat the Empress Dowager to grace us with her presence. Could it be that my command to abduct the princess yesterday have been discovered by his majesty? Whatever shall be done.
坑说道为主，头撒。
Was thou who didst abduct me?
And didst send assassins after my mother, didst thou not?
Wherefore wouldst thou commit such deeds?
Cease thy foolish prowl.
How dare a child of thy tender years show such insolence to our person?
Who taught thee to utter such falsehoods?
甘肃赵武这鸠，
爱撒着江水，都是当师嫡系的等待。
Speak truly of thy hand in the demise of Crown Princess Chan. And what ties thou holdest to the abduction of the princess?
What?
Who would dare be so bold as to abduct our royal grandchild?
Who would dare be so bold as to abduct our royal grandchild?
"3 years passed. Was indeed thy servant, who was commanded to leave the palace in search of Crown Princess Chan, but I found her not. I found her not!
Yet we have heard thou wert acting upon Consort Dowager Shu's command to ensure Crown Princess Qian return not safely to the palace.
Consort Dowager Shu, in the matter of Crown Princess Qian's murder, both witness and evidence point unto thee.
Wilt thou not swiftly confess thy guilt?
We confess, not merely upon a few idle rumors and forged artifacts. Thou wouldst seek to condemn us?
This is a vile frame-up. Bring them forth.
It matters not if that denies the crime of murdering the crown princess, embezzling military stipends, and withholding rations, amounting to tens of thousands. Every single offense hath ledgers that may be examined. This crime alone is sufficient to warrant the confiscation of thine estate and exile, and the implication of thy entire clan.
Your Majesty, thou dost spit venom and false accusations.
Have mercy, your majesty.
Have mercy, Empress Dowager.
Was all my aunt's doing?
Was my aunt who instigated? Speak plainly.
What manner of deed?
My aunt said the crown princess was with child, bearing the royal seed.
Should she deliver a prince, he would be the crown prince's legitimate heir. His position as heir apparent would be rendered unshakable, severing all prospects for any other.
Thus, she bade me to strike in the shadows, to slay the crown princess and eliminate the unborn child,
thereby destroying the crown prince's chances of ascending the throne.
What a venomous woman!
For the sake of the throne,
she would even lay hands upon an unborn imperial grandson.
To poison our royal person, was you who rendered us incapable of tending to state affairs?
Guards! Search the bedchamber of Dowager Consort Shu. Leave not a single inch unexamined.
Your Majesty, this drug is known as 100 days slumber. Prolonged ingestion causes one's spirit to wither, rendering the body frail and feeble, and it doth impair the ability to sire heirs.
How dare you, Dowager Consort Shu?
This subject confesses her guilt. Why didst thou seek to harm his majesty?
He is thine own nephew,
and the sovereign of all under heaven.
I never intended to poison his majesty to death.
I merely sought an opportunity for Hanger to serve as Prince Regent. It was a moment of utter folly. I was bewitched by dark ambitions. Matters having reached this pass, I have not left to say.
What a wicked and cruel heart thou hast. As a mother thyself, how couldst thou inflict such harm upon my own child?
Hear our decree. For plotting against the sovereign and attempting to murder the crown princess.
Her crimes are unpardonable.
Yet, mindful that she once bore a prince for the late emperor, her life shall be spared.
She is hereby banished to the cold palace, never to emerge for the rest of her days.
As for her wicked accomplice, cast her into the imperial dungeon,
to be beheaded on the morrow.
The witch who cast the curse shall be thrown into the imperial dungeon.
On what day shall the execution be? Have mercy, imperial brother.
I beseech the imperial brother, spare my mother consort.
All guilt and blame lie solely with thy subject.
Thy subject is willing to suffer the punishment in mother consort's stead.
Hemgar, though I'm misguided, these matters concern thee not. Was all my own doing.
Was I who dispatched assassins to slay the crown princess?
Was I who held the eldest princess hostage?
Was I What has the poison?
Thou art completely ignorant of it all.
Rise, quickly.
She is but a mother, acting for the sake of her child.
Yet my mother would never bring harm unto others.
Your Majesty, thy subject yields. This guilty subject deserves 1,000 deaths. I only beseech thee to spare Hanger. He is innocent. Dowager Consort Shu shall be interred according to the rites of a noble consort. The Prince of Jin, Shai Jinghong, had no knowledge of this.
He shall not be implicated, and shall retain his current posts.
Thy subject thanks your Majesty for this boundless grace. Xiao Jingyu, thou art still as fastidious as ever. Nan, we hereby pass the throne unto thee.
Remember well to treat thy brothers with kindness, and let not harm come to the bonds of brotherhood. Imperial Father, thy son shall humbly remember. Imperial Father, thy son, have I not done well enough?
Imperial Father, thou hast done exceedingly well.
It is they who have failed thee. An imperial uncle who plotted rebellion, a mother consort who sought treason.
The fault lies not with thee. Come, pay thy respects to thine imperial grandfather, and to thy great imperial grandfather, and thy great imperial grandfather.
Imperial Father?
Do they recognize the Indian? On a chosen day, thy imperial father shall hold a grand ceremony for thee to recognize thy ancestors.
Then we shall proclaim to all under heaven that thou art the eldest imperial princess of Dejang and our sole heir. This subject hath not the face to bow before the illustrious ancestors.
I can but kneel here and beseech your majesty not to condemn my mother consort.
Second imperial brother, thou and I did grow up together from our youth. I have ever honored and revered thee, whether thou wert crown prince or emperor. Never hath my heart harbored the slightest jealousy or treacherous intent.
I know well my talents are no match for thine, yet the deeds of my mother consort were indeed transgressive.
But this subject is willing to take up the blade and ride to the battlefield
to claim the heads of those who invade our borders,
to safeguard Daijing, and to safeguard thee, second imperial brother.
I beg thee only to trust me, but this once.
Imperial Father,
Third imperial uncle is not a wicked man. Pray, grant him but one chance.
Imperial Father, third imperial uncle is not a wicked man.
Pray, grant him but one chance.
Doth imperial father truly trust third imperial uncle? His true nature is not wicked.
He hath strayed from the righteous path in the past.
Third imperial uncle, this is an amulet of peace that imperial father hath prayed for.
He was hesitant to present it unto thee himself, and thus bade me to give it to thee. Thou must return in safety.
When thou dost, we shall feast upon delicacies together.
Third imperial brother, we place our trust in thee.
This prince doth swear, here and now, I shall repel the invading foes.
I shall defend the realm of Daijing, unwavering for 10,000 years.
And I shall defend his majesty. Long live the emperor.
Repel the invaders.
Defend your Jay.
Long live the emperor.
This old servant hath watched your majesty from thy days as crown prince unto thine ascension to the throne.
These past 2 years hath been fraught with myriad tribulations. Now that the king of Chu hath passed from this world,
The king of Yin doth expand our frontiers. Peace hath finally descended upon the inner palace. Thus, your majesty may finally find a moment of respite. To be emperor is to bear a multitude of burdens.
I covet not the imperial throne.
Your majesty, an urgent dispatch. Sudden floods have ravaged the south.
The calamity is most dire.
The ministers do await thee in the great hall. We beseech your majesty to grace them and render thy judgment. Alas, yet another vexation hath arisen.
Alas, yet another vexation hath arisen.
Your majesty, torrential rains have besieged the south for days unceasing. The rising waters have birthed a grave catastrophe. The common folk are displaced and wander without shelter. We entreat your majesty to disperse silver for disaster relief and dispatch officials to oversee the relief efforts. Once the silver is bestowed, I can siphon off 3 parts in 10, at the very least.
A grand fortune shall be mine this time?
This southern flood is the perfect occasion to prove my worth. Should I be granted the oversight of these relief efforts, I shall most certainly be elevated in rank. My years of patient waiting shall not be in vain. Alas, the suffering of the southern folk is too great. Should we fail to deliver aid in due time, I fear a rebellion may take root amongst the populace.
We implore your majesty to make a swift decree.
Will I lie? Thy heart is set only upon embezzling the relief silver.
Dost thou not fear the curses of the people and the wrath of his majesty?
Lord Dawang, thy mind is consumed wholly by thoughts of thy promotion.
When hast thou ever truly cared for the life or death of the southern folk?
Dian, be not insolent. Withdraw. When the water is too clear, no fish can survive therein. Within the royal court,
One must learn to temper one's words regarding the ways of the world.
Thou must not speak with such naked candor.
Father Emperor, that child seeth officials who are slothful and negligent.
Others do pervert the law for their own greedy gains.
And those who possess a true heart to serve are left bereft of any power to act.
If your majesty doth turn a blind eye and a deaf ear to these truths,
If thou dost suffer them to run amok,
Would the realm not descend into chaos?
such is the very nature of slothful governance. From whence hast thou learned such words?
the tutor sitteth pedantic drivel day in and day out.
Chang grew weary of it, and stole away to the library pavilion. Many a tome of great wisdom doth speak thusly.
Truly, this child is the blood of Yang Jingthing.
Possessed of both courage and wisdom,
A prodigy of great promise.
Lord Li have taken bribes and forsaken the law.
and cruelly neglected the livelihood of the people.
He is hereby stripped of his post forthwith
And cast into the imperial dungeons.
Lord Wang seeketh not but his own advancement, and performeth no true service.
His stipend is forfeit for 3 moons, and his rank diminished.
Yet he is retained in service. Your majesty is most sagacious.
Lord Zhang, we decree thee imperial envoy of disaster relief.
Thou shalt bear the relief silver and fare south to comfort the common folk.
And quell the disastrous floods.
Shouldst thou err or fail, thou shalt be held to the strictest account.
Thy servant obeys the imperial decree.
I shall not fail my mandate, and shall safeguard the southern people. I had not foreseen thou possessed such talents. 'Tis because I must aid imperial father in safeguarding this realm. I had not foreseen thou possessed such talents. 'Tis because I must aid imperial father in safeguarding this realm.
My precious grandchild doth formally return to her ancestry this day.
Henceforth, she is the legitimate blood of our great Qin, eldest princess. This phoenix hairpin was thy late mother's most cherished. We do hereby proclaim before all present,
Dandian is our sole and legitimate heir, a princess of orthodox blood, clothed in ultimate honor.
henceforth,
She shall be the most precious jewel of great Jing. Though the little princess doth appear young in years, her gaze is most bright and clear.
One glance reveals she can discern the loyal from the wicked.
Is it not the very truth?
Behold her sharp wit.
She bears no semblance of an arrogant temper.
We welcome Her Highness back to the court.
A blessing upon his majesty. A blessing upon the great Ding.
Pluck a bloom, a blossom to present a dear mother. Pluck a sweet date to honor thy parents' Hectors.
The tunes Her Highness sings are all of our common folk. She puts on no airs whatsoever. Such amiability is truly a blessing for the great Jing. Your subject pays respects to His Majesty, Her Grace the Empress Dowager, and Her Highness the Princess. One of letters, one of arms. You are both exceptional talents. Henceforth, do frequent the inner palace to keep the eldest princess in good company. Let her not suffer from solitude. Her Grace the Empress Dowager hath not summoned them for her own amusement. Is plain they are meant to attend upon my imperial father. Oh heavens! Is my imperial father to be stolen away from me so soon? Heavens! People for most of your lesson days, is my imperial father to be stolen away from me so soon?
Imperial father, pray have a sip of tea and rest a while. What a good child.
Dandian, go and play yonder by yourself. Your imperial father shall join thee once his duties are complete.
Imperial father,
Here are Wasman the Spruce cakes, freshly made by the imperial kitchen. Pray taste them. They are exceedingly sweet. Why art thou so obedient this day? First bearing tea, and now presenting pastries. It resembles not thy usual mischievous ways. Speak. Is there a boon thou wouldst ask of thy imperial father?
Imperial father, should you one day take a new empress?
Or take unto yourself new consorts? Would you still claim Dandian as your own? Would you still bestow your favor upon Dandian?
I would, Architectors.
Dandian, hath thy imperial father not told thee long ago? Within this palace, thou art my one and only precious daughter. I shall cherish thee always, no matter what comes to pass. But a child is of one's own flesh and blood. A wife may be wed anew. So the commoners do say, thou little one, that hast learned naught of thy true studies?
Yet thou art quick to parrot the twisted logic of the common folk.
Nay, it's no twisted logic. Imperial grandmother spake unto me but a few days past, though she have found 2 maidens for thee, one who is skilled in composing verses, and another possessed of martial prowess. Doth the imperial father's heart truly not stir at such tidings? Oh, so our little Dandian is consumed by jealousy.
and seeks to govern the affairs of her imperial father's inner court. Imperial father is wicked. Dandian harbors no jealousy. I shall speak with thee no more.
Your Majesty, the princess doth fear that should you take new consorts,
You shall no longer dote upon her. Your Majesty, the princess doth fear that, should you take new consorts, you shall no longer dote upon her.
That daughter of the Prime Minister hath not a shred of sincerity.
her lips do speak of affection for imperial father, but her heart is set only upon her own advancement.
Feigning meekness and virtue, day after day.
I am wearied unto death, yet must I still coddle that little princess.
Truly, 'tis a vexation. Had my father not compelled me hither,
I should never have desired to enter the palace.
speak softer, my lady.
The very walls have ears.
Her grace the Empress Dowager doth favor thee,
If thou dost but perform thy part well,
and secure thy footing within the palace in days to come.
Thou shalt no longer need to suffer such grievances.
Secure my footing? And how long must I wait for such a day?
That little princess is a cunning and mischievous sprite. Methinks she doth not favor me at all.
what could a chit of 5 years possibly comprehend? Once I have truly entered the inner court and born a royal prince,
Who shall care for a mere princess?
When that time cometh, if she wishes to put on airs, she must look to my countenance.
Ah, so such are the thoughts she harbors within.
not only doth she lack affection for my royal father,
But she also schemes to mistreat me.
oh,
'Tis the Andean.
princess, pray forgive my utter lack of manners for failing to notice your highness but a moment ago.
Wherefore doth the princess wander here all alone,
Without a single palace maid in attendance?
I have no fondness for thee.
I have heard every wicked word thou didst harbor in thine heart.
Thou dost not wish to enter the inner court,
Nor dost thou bear any true devotion for my royal father. Thy sole desire is to bear a royal prince and become empress.
Such a treacherous soul is unworthy to remain within these palace walls.
Princess, surely thou dost jest.
How could thy humble servant ever harbor such treasonous thoughts?
The princess must surely have misunderstood I misunderstood not.
Begone,
Depart from the imperial palace at once.
and never return.
Help! Help me! Save me!
She slipped of her own accord.
I did not push her.
She slipped of her own accord.
I did not push her.
Your Majes. It's
Your Majesty, thy servant hath disgraced herself.
I beseech your majesty's pardon.
Dingnan, hast thou caught a chill? Hast thou suffered any injury? Royal father, she slipped of her own accord. I did not push her.
Though I hold no fondness for her, I would never lay hands upon her.
Lady Lin, as for what hath just transpired,
We beheld it all, quite clearly.
thou didst step upon the moss and slip of thine own doing.
If that not to do with thy Didion.
Now hast suffered a fright.
Return to thy quarters and rest for now.
Adieu, your majesty.
My lady, let us return first.
Thou must change thy garments ere we speak further. Imperial father, Lady Lin hath no love for the palace.
She is come hither but for her own prospects. Even should such a one remain within these palace walls, she would not bear thee true devotion, father.
Thy imperial father knoweth this well in his heart. Within this inner court,
The empress in my heart shall ever be thy mother.
no matter how fair others may be, they match not a fraction of thy mother's grace. And they are of far less import than my beloved Diandian. What of Lady Lin, then? Shall she return to the palace? I shall bid her return to her manor. She need not enter the palace ever again. This matter of selecting a consort shall hereby cease.
We have no need for a multitude of concubines.
To have Diandian by our side is quite enough. Imperial father is the most wondrous of all.
Thou art a cunning little spite.
Thou dost ever know how to bring joy to thy father's heart.
The bond betwixt his majesty and the princess doth grow ever stronger. The bond betwixt His Majesty and the princess doth grow ever stronger. Imperial grandmother, what brings thee hither? Pray, sit. Hast thou brought more sweetmeats for Dian?
Dian, I have heard that Lady Lin fell into the waters of the Imperial Garden yesterday. There are whispers spreading throughout the palace,
claiming that 'twas thou who didst push her.
Speak the truth to thy grandmother.
What truly transpired?
Imperial grandmother, I did not push her.
She was standing by the lake's edge,
And upon seeing Imperial father approach, she panicked and stepped backward.
she trod upon the moss and slipped of her own accord.
Imperial father was present as well.
He bore witness to it all most clearly. I believe thee. Yet, Dian, tell me in all honesty,
Dost thou truly bear such a strong distaste for Lady Lin?
Imperial grandmother, 'tis not that I mislike her as a person,
but rather the thoughts she harbors in her heart. Her lips speak of affection for Imperial father and fondness for the palace. Yet her heart dwells solely upon her own prospects. She even schemes to bear a prince to suppress one such as I.
Wherefore must she be allowed to remain within the palace walls? Thou art but a child, yet thy mind is more astute than an adult's. So be it.
We shall confer with thy Imperial father regarding the matter of Lady Lin and deliberate upon it at length. However, Dian, thou must also remember this. No matter the person, thou shalt not humiliate them to their face.
Lest thou forfeit the dignity of the royal house. Hast thou committed this to memory?
Dian hath committed it to memory. I thank ye, Imperial grandmother. We understand.
this is an adornment we wore in our youth.
Today, we bestow it upon thee. Henceforth, shouldst thou suffer any grievance, come and tell us.
We shall seek justice on thy behalf.
'Tis exceedingly beautiful. I thank thee, Imperial grandmother. Henceforth, shouldst thou suffer any grievance, come and tell us. We shall seek justice on thy behalf. 'Tis exceedingly beautiful. I thank thee, Imperial grandmother. Your Majesty the Empress Dowager, this humble subject hath breached etiquette and brought shame upon the royal house. I beg your Majesty's forgiveness. Rise and speak.
Regarding the incident of thy falling into the water, we have questioned the Emperor and Dian.
Was thy own carelessness. Thou canst blame no other.
However, those words thou didst utter in the Imperial Garden,
We ask thee,
didst thou or didst thou not say?
that feigning meekness is exhausting unto death? May your Majesty be the judge. This humble subject was but momentarily befuddled and spoke without restraint. It was never my intent to offend. This humble subject repents of her wrongdoing.
His Majesty the Emperor arrives.
Her Royal Highness the eldest princess arrives. Your son pays his respects to the Imperial mother.
Dian pays her respects to Imperial grandmother. Be seated.
Ling Qi, we ask of you, is it your true desire to enter the palace as a consort?
Or were you compelled by your father's command? Your Majesty, this subject daughter truly takes no pleasure in palace affairs. My father stated that, should I enter the palace, it would prove advantageous to our clan. This subject daughter dared not defy her father's decree. Very well. Since you speak the truth, we shall grant you a choice. We do not fault you. You shall return to your manor on the morrow.
Henceforth, you need not enter the palace. As for the matter of the consort selection,
It shall be laid to rest. We shall issue an imperial edict stating that you are frail and sickly and unfit to enter the palace, so as not to tarnish your reputation. This subject daughter thanks your Majesty for your imperial grace. I thank your Majesty for granting my plea. Let it be.
Fruit forced from the vine is never sweet.
Lady Lin, conduct yourself well upon returning to your manor. Imperial father, she does not seem so wicked after all.
She merely has no fondness for this place. Each soul has its own aspirations. None should be forced.
Dian, come hither.
I have some freshly made osmandesposies here.
Have a taste.
Thank you, Imperial grandmother. Yingnian, come hither. I have some freshly made osmandefus pastries. Here, have a taste. Thank you, Imperial grandmother. Your Majesty, the acupuncture requires perseverance. Coupled with daily restorative exercises, then you may gradually recover. We have tried for 2 years. Yet, we still cannot stand.
Imperial father, I shall practice with you.
So long as we do not yield, even an iron rod can be ground into a needle. Hold my hand and try to rise. Can a little girl such as you truly support us? How shall we know unless we try?
Your Majesty, Princess, this old servant. Imperial Father, you were so close. Let us try again.
Very well, once more.
Imperial Father, you are standing. Imperial Father has risen. Imperial Father can walk? Haha. Diandian, it is you who enabled Imperial Father to stand again. It is Imperial Father yourself who refused to yield. Diandian merely stayed by your side. Long live His Majesty. May you live for 10,000 years. Congratulations, Your Majesty. Heaven has blessed your dragon body with recovery.
Congratulations on your recovery, Your Majesty.
Heaven has blessed us with great fortune. Our Diandian is the greatest gift bestowed upon us by heaven. Haha. Then Imperial Father must walk properly from now on.
You are not allowed to slack off.
Very well. Imperial Father promises you. Then Imperial Father must walk properly from now on. You are not allowed to slack off. Very well. Imperial Father promises you. Slow down, Imperial Father. Diandian shall support you. There is no need to rush. Imperial Father, does it hurt here? How did you come by these scars? These are from when Imperial Father was young, protecting our homeland. The marks left behind from defending our people. They do not hurt. These are all Imperial Father's glory. It turns out, Imperial Father is a great hero, even more formidable than the heroes in my picture books. Haha. Your Majesty, Lady Zhengho has come to seek an audience. I pay my respects to Your Majesty and the eldest princess. The Emperor is indeed heroic. Even with an injury to your leg, such bearing is absolutely beyond that of any ordinary man. A true man of valor indeed. Imperial Father, this lady is quite excellent.
Diandian finds her most agreeable.
Cease thy foolish words, child. This old servant finally hath someone to rely upon. The gift this humble subject brings Her Highness is neither delicate pastry nor precious jewelry. Thus, I know not if it shall please Your Highness. 'Tis a blade. What a wondrous blade. From whence did it come?
When I was but 5 years of age, I followed my father into battle
And seized this from the hands of the enemy. I have carried it by my side ever since. Wondrous.
Thou didst ride into battle at but 5 years of age?
Then, if I but wait 2 more years, shall I too be able to ride forth and slay our foes? Nay, thou canst not. Thou lackest even the most basic martial foundation. Upon the battlefield, thou wouldst be naught but a lamb to the slaughter. Thou wouldst only be a burden.
Lady Zhengho,
How durst thou push Her Highness?
'Tis no matter. 'Tis no matter.
Hold thy tongue. She was merely testing my martial foundation. I beg thy pardon, eldest princess. I have read but few books since my youth, and set my heart solely upon the martial arts.
I was carried away by the moment, and forgot my bounds. I nearly injured thee by mistake.
'Tis but a trifle. Fear not. I too hold no love for books. In truth, I have long fancied the clash of arms in battle, yet none have been willing to teach me.
就好，无知道提起你的马首二尺。
I am at thy service, eldest princess. Your Majesty, Lady Zheng Hao is, after all, the daughter of General Zhang. This, Zheng Hao, thou shalt return to thy mother at once. Yes. Nay, Imperial Father, I favor her, and I favor the martial arts as well. Thou must not send her away.
真好，如同到头了梅老夫妇。
Yes. Nay, Imperial Father, I favor her.
And I favor the martial arts as well.
Thou must not send her away.
Imperial Father, Sister Jinkao's heart is most pure. She treateth others with earnest sincerity.
Far more guileless than that Len Chu.
If thou desirest not such a maiden.
What manner of woman dost thou seek?
Thou precocious little child.
Hast thou learned to meddle in our imperial matrimony?
Would thou act as matchmaker for thine imperial father?
To seek a wife for thee is, in truth, to seek a stepmother for myself.
Whilst thou desirest a goodly wife, I desire a virtuous stepmother even more.
Absurdity. Such folly doth compromise our imperial majesty.
We shall not do it. If thou dost not comply, I shall no longer acknowledge thee as my father.
Oh, thou art truly our little tyrant.
Enough, enough.
It shall be as thou wishest.
As the descendant of a great general,
Lady Changhao, thou art a heroine, yielding moth to any man. Time and again hast thou rendered meritorious service upon the battlefield.
but on thy coming to the palace this day, we have specially prepared this humble wine. Thy humble subject offers a toast to your majesty. I thank your majesty. Thy subject hath heard thou hast personally taken to the battlefield on many occasions,
Repelling the invading foes.
and preserving the lives of the Beijing people. For such boundless courage and noble burden, thy humble subject holds the deepest reverence.
As the Emperor of Daijing, it is but our duty to personally slay the enemy.
That which we desire most to witness in this mortal life
Is that our subjects may dwell in peace and prosperity, and that Beijing shall forever flourish in glory.
Sister Zhang Hao,
That which mine imperial father hopeth for above all else is that the common folk may lead a blessed life. Your majesty is truly a sage sovereign. Thy many years of battle upon the bloodied sands have brought forth an era of great peace and won the hearts of the multitudes.
Should the flames of war be kindled once more in days to come?
This humble subject is willing to charge into battle for your majesty and for Jiang,
wielding my sword to defend the rivers and mountains of Dajiang.
And to ensure your majesty's absolute safety.
Imperial father, behold, her heart is truly devoted unto thee.
What doth the mere child know of true devotion?
Wherefore doth thy face flush so red then? Imperial father, behold, her heart is truly devoted unto thee.
What doth a mere child know of true devotion?
Wherefore doth thy face flush so red then?
Alas, father,
Wast thou not moved by Zheng Ho's words just now? I have held thee in the highest reverence, since first mine eyes beheld thee.
thou art steadfast, and shoulder thy burdens with honor.
Able to bear the weight of whatsoever trials may befall.
Unlike myself, who doth panic and seek to hide when faced with adversity.
简带上了意，健考。
So long as thou treatest mine imperial father with a singular heart, neither deceiving nor forsaking him, I shall stand as matchmaker for this union. Father, Zheng, she is of such excellence. Hath she not caught thy favor? Cease thy jesting. Thy father knoweth his own mind. In all this life, the only one to hold mine admiration is thy mother. Imperial father, thine admiration for my mother is born of thy love for her.
Doth not Zheng Hao's admiration for thee also stem from love?
Mother hath departed from this world.
Surely, from the heavens above, she would wish for thee to have a companion.
that thou mightest be solitary no more.
Moreover, my mother was never one to abide loneliness.
Mayhap, within the celestial realm, she hath already found other immortals to keep her company.
Utter no such nonsense.
Thou shalt not slander thy mother,
I speak not in folly.
is the truth. I have beheld mother in my dreams.
Diani, mother hath found new joy.
Henceforth, the past must be forgotten, and life must begin anew.
Mother bears no hatred toward thy father now, nor must thou seek vengeance upon my behalf.
In days past, I could have borne thee back to the palace to seek him.
Was but a fleeting peak that kept thy mother from returning.
Hast thou truly forsaken father?
What shall become of me then? What shall become of me?
I can concern myself with such matters no longer.
I must go and pursue my own happiness. Hast thou truly forsaken father?
What shall become of me then?
I can concern myself with such matters no longer. I must go and pursue mine own happiness. Imperial father, I beheld in my dream that thou didst wed Sister Zhang Hao. How joyous it would be for the three of us to dine together. Thou impish little maiden, thou art ever having the most peculiar dreams. As for Lady Zheng Hao's affections, my imperial father appreciates the sentiments. Yet I desire no harem. To have thee by my side is enough.
Imperial father, dost thou intend to play the role of both sire and mother?
And rear me all by thine own hand is no easy task.
Thou must attend to affairs of state,
And oversee my meals and slumber as well.
if I can pacify the realm.
And govern the multitudes. Can I not manage a single little maiden such as thyself?
Rest assured, thy imperial father is well able to cope.
Imperial father, my head doth ache. I wish not to attend my studies this day. Thou were perfectly well yesterday.
How is it thy head aches so early in the morn?
Imperial physician, make haste. Your Majesty, the princess's pulse is steady.
Her tongue appeareth normal.
She showeth no signs of ailment.
Dandia, could it be thou feignest illness, merely to avoid thy studies? Your Majesty, Lady Zheng Hao hath come to call upon the princess.
Doth the princess find her studies wearisome, and seeketh to idle the hours away?
Is it but a maiden's delicate fancy?
How could your Majesty comprehend such matters?
'Tis an only sister, Zhang Hao.
Who doth truly understand me? Mine head aches no more.
I am entirely cured.
Lady Zhang Hao,
We give thee many thanks for this day.
Steak.
What reward dost thou desire?
We shall grant it unto thee. Your Majesty need not bestow any reward. Shouldst thou truly wish to thank me?
Pray, allow me to escort the princess beyond the palace walls for a stroll. Let her mind be put at ease, lest she suffer another headache.
'Tis granted. But heed this, there shall be no mischief. Return ere the hour grows late. Let us away. Let us away.
Is this the grand capital?
'Tis so bustling. Yeah, indeed. I shall guide thee on a proper tour.
Whatever thou dost wish to eat or play, thou shalt have it.
What?
What is yonder?
'Tis so tall. Since my youth, I dwelt with my mother in a small town.
The grandest tavern we knew was but a wonton shop, comprising but a single room.
That is a wine house of the capital.
One may dine upon the upper floors. The view from thence is most wondrous. The sun beats down fiercely. Princess, await me here.
I shall go fetch thee some spun sugar.
Wonder not. Very well. I shall remain steadfast.
Hold thy tongue and march.
Little maid, partake of this sweet.
Come with me. I shall show thee far greater amusements.
Who art thou? Unhand me. Sister Zheng Hao, stay thy hand.
Princess, awaken. I beseech thee, awaken. My liege, let not thy heart be troubled over much.
Dian Dian shall be well. Whosoever hath brought harm unto Dian Dian,
We vow they shall pay a most grievous price.
You can.
Your Majesty, command the Imperial Guards to uncover who hath harmed Dian Dian.
Mercy, my lord, mercy.
This lowly one, I but saw the young maiden's fine garments, and sought only to purloin some silver. I acted upon no master's bidding. Was mine own wicked greed that moved me.
Aye. This lowly one dares not speak a falsehood. Drag him away, and put him to the question with utmost severity.
Your Majesty, the two scoundrels have confessed.
They claim they beheld the princess's noble attire and were moved by a sudden wicked impulse to rob her. There is no mastermind who pulls their strings. In accordance with the law of the realm, each shall suffer 50 strokes of the cane and be cast into the dungeon. A sudden wicked impulse, sayest thou?
Our royal daughter was nearly bereft of her life by 2 common ruffians.
The Indian, henceforth thou shalt take more guards when thou leavest the palace. Thy imperial father cannot suffer thee to be harmed again.
Imperial father, Dievin is unhurt.
Sister Jinghao shielded me.
Hear our decree.
The imperial guards shall double their patrols throughout the capital.
Whosoever dares to oppress the weak upon the streets
Shall face severe chastisement without reprieve.
We obey thy decree.
Dian, henceforth thou shalt take more guards when thou leavest the palace. Thy imperial father cannot suffer thee
To endure the slightest harm.
Imperial father,
Dian is unhurt.
Sister Jinghao shielded me.
君浩，刀子偏离。
I beheld them strike and wound thee. In days past, my mother did the same to protect me, battling others with all her might,
and ultimately brought wound upon herself.
It pains me not. It pains me not at all.
The eldest princess hath suffered far too much since her youth.
Henceforth, it shall be no more. I shall never suffer anyone to mistreat thee again. From this day forth, I shall be thy shield.
Your Majesty, behold how Lady Zhang, to shield the princess, cared not even for her own life.
It's proof of her true devotion and absolute sincerity.
Such earnest devotion is rare indeed. Pass down our royal edict.
We bestow upon Jinghao 100 taels of gold, 1,000 measures of fine brocade,
And 1,000 acres of fertile land.
in reward for her merit in protecting her liege.
I thank your majesty for such profound grace.
Yet thy servant finds herself in want of nothing. These generous bounties, thy servant dare not accept.
To be able to protect the princess
Is thy servant's greatest desire. Imperial father, thou offerest not what she truly desires.
Sister Jinghao wishes only to remain by my side.
I have come this day to decree a matter on Dian's behalf. Pray speak thy will.
Imperial mother,
I hereby bestow upon Jinghao the golden writ of guardianship. From this day forward,
Jinghao shall be the eldest princess's
personal guard and maiden of honor.
My servant doth willingly accept.
I thank the Empress Dowager for her boundless grace,
Thy servant shall not fail this sacred trust.
And shall defend the princess with her very life.
Imperial grandmother is the most wondrous of all.
Sister Jinghao shall be mine own from this day forth.
Emperor, what sayest thou?
Imperial mother is most wise.
句号，恨色父，点念点邪体。
We entrust entirely unto thee. I give thee thanks, Imperial Mother and Brother Xiao.
We commend thy virtue and grace, and thereby bestow upon thee the title of principal consort.
A propitious day shall be chosen for the nuptials.
This humble subject thanks your majesty for such profound grace.
Yet I make bold to beseech your majesty to retract this decree.
Knowest thou that to refuse an imperial edict is a grave transgression?
This subject is well aware, yet my heart knoweth with absolute clarity that your majesty holds no affection for me. Matrimony ought to be born of mutual devotion, a joyous union to be celebrated by all.
I would not have my own marriage
Bring vexation and sorrow unto your majesty's heart.
Nor would I resign myself to a loveless bond.
Thou art uncommonly candid.
This subject begs leave to withdraw. Imperial father, thou must not.
In all this sprawling palace, there is no maiden more wise and perceptive
than Lady Zhang.
She would surely stand by thy side and ease thy burdens.
Thou canst not let her slip away.
Imperial father, make haste and seek out Lady Zhang.
Let not so fine a maiden's heart grow cold. Very well. Have it thy way.
Thou dost indeed possess audacity to dare refuse our imperial betrothal.
'Tis not that I am bold, but that I refuse to deceive myself and others.
Since my youth, I have heard tales of your majesty's peerless valor when thou wert but the second prince, and of thy grand ambitions. Even then, thou didst seem a distant and unreachable star. I never dared dream I should one day stand so near unto thee.
正好，微笑是比处理暗处地
Our heart belongs to Imoyoi alone.
and have never made room for another.
Thus, we cannot grant thee the devotion thou desirest.
Your Majesty, this subject understands.
Yet matters of the heart are not immutable.
'Tis no great labor for love to bloom with the passage of time. This humble subject dares not harbor extravagant hopes that your Majesty's heart should be wholly filled with me at this hour.
I pray only that your Majesty might grant this subject but a single chance.
In days to come, there shall surely be a place for me within your Majesty's heart.
For I am exquisitely suited, lacking not in the slightest measure, worthy of your Majesty,
And worthy of a true and devoted heart.
Indeed, so valiant and forthright, a woman so poised and assured is seldom found in this world.
Thou art bold indeed in thy convictions.
This subject doth merely speak the truth.
Very well. We shall grant thee this chance.
Oh my! My dear father have finally seen the light.
Oh my.
My dear father hath finally seen the light.
Xi'an, Princess Diandian is granted an audience. Shai Qingqing hath called the border rebellion
And defended the territories of our great king.
Thy merits and labors are exceedingly great.
This day, we bestow upon thee the title of Prince Zhongxing,
And grant thee 1,000 taels of gold.
alongside 1,000 acres of fertile land.
This subject thanks your Majesty for thy boundless grace.
I vow to devote my utmost strength to the great Jing unto my very dying breath.
'Tis fortunate that I perceived the tides of fate so clearly back then.
And chose to stand with the great Jing.
And with thee, second imperial brother, else we should never bear witness to such glory this day.
Third imperial uncle, thou must take heed never to stray from the righteous path again. My imperial father is in robust health now. Thou art a cutting little imp. Was thou who didst forewarn thy third imperial uncle back then?
How could thy third imperial uncle ever forget?
But shouldst thou dare to threaten thy third imperial uncle once more,
Then thy third imperial uncle shall discipline thee well in thy royal father's stead.
Dowager Consort Shati had lived a life of solitude and sorrow.
yet she hath raised the Prince of Zhong, a child so loyal to the sovereign and devoted to the realm. Let it be counted as a deed of great merit unto her.
Let all past grievances be erased with a single stroke.
We grant this petition. Pass down our decree.
The posthumous rites for Dowager Consort Shutai shall be conducted according to the honors of a noble consort. She shall be entombed within the late emperor's mausoleum, thus fulfilling her lifelong desire. I thank your Majesty. This was my royal mother's lifelong wish.
Thy subject is moved to tears of gratitude.
In this life, I shall faithfully follow your Majesty's lead, and shall not shrink even from 10,000 deaths.
Royal father,
Thou hast gained a most loyal and devoted subject. 'Tis a matter of great joy and congratulation. My dearest father, I have settled all the affairs within thy palace for thee. Henceforth, thou shalt possess both a righteous outer court and tranquility within thy inner chambers. Thou shalt be free from all lingering concerns. We do decree on this very day the investiture of Zhenghao as empress.
We grant a general amnesty across the realm.
We vow to guard the mountains and rivers alongside our empress,
and to protect the multitudes of our people.
Long live His Majesty.
10,000 years, and 10,000 of 10,000 years.
Long live her ladyship, the empress. 1,000 years and 1,000 of 1,000 years.
Your Majesty, I am Zheng-Ho.
All that hath come to pass is but a prologue. Your Majesty must remember my name well.
For the rest of our days, we shall walk forward together.
Clever as thou art,
We give thee our promise.
For the remainder of our days, we shall walk forward together.
Wait, hold a moment.
And what of me? Imperial Father, Imperial Mother, the three of us shall walk forward together.
very well. The three of us shall walk forward together.
Very well.
The three of us shall walk forward together.
Very well. The three of us shall walk forward together.
Very well. The three of us shall walk forward together.
Your Majesty,
Though the southern floods have receded,
The riverbeds remain grievously silted.
The dikes upon both banks have collapsed in manifold places.
this subject roughly estimates that
Should heavy rains strike again during the coming year's flood season,
I fear half our fertile lands shall be submerged.
and the common folk left destitute and displaced, is merely treating the symptoms, not the root cause. Repaired year after year, only to be ruined year after year.
how much silver hath our treasury poured into this?
This subject is incompetent. It is merely that the river works are a monumental endeavor.
It requireth the dredging of 100 miles of silt through the enforcement of the dikes,
And the excavation of new flood diversion channels. Without a million tiles of silver, we are utterly powerless to commence.
If your Majesty would but grant the silver, the people of the South shall be delivered. Yet the imperial treasury is far from abundant. Alas, it is a grave predicament.
This Lord Zhang is indeed a good official who truly serves the people.
Imperial Father,
My mother once said, water must follow its natural course,
It cannot be blocked and contained.
will we not dig the river deeper,
that the waters may run swiftly of their own accord.
and thus not overflow the banks?
Her Highness the Princess speaks truly.
Dredging the river channels
Reinforcing the dikes
and digging flood diversion channels is the only enduring strategy.
This subject is dull-witted, truly not as perceptive as a 5-year-old child. Deandian, didst thou think of these words all by thyself?
My mother told me so whilst we were playing by the river. She said the water is akin to a mischievous child. Shouldst thou block its path, it shall grow wrathful. Yield the way, and it shall run off obediently.
Relay our imperial decree.
Allocate 800,000 tells of silver from the imperial treasury.
The Ministry of Works shall take the helm to dredge the 3 principal waterways of the South and fortify the dikes and dams. This endeavor must be completed within the span of 1 year.
Should there be any further negligence or half-heartedness,
The chief official shall present his head. Your Majesty is most sagacious.
Thy subject is willing to make a military pledge. Should this undertaking meet with failure, I subject shall forfeit his head. Father Emperor is truly wondrous. His heart holds naught but the common folk.
I must aid him in safeguarding this realm.
His Majesty, for the sake of the commoners, have even spared the silver meant for the palace's construction. It doth pain this old servant's heart to witness it.
Yong Yu-chen, weep no more.
Once Father Emperor hath governed the realm well,
Everyone shall enjoy prosperous days.
will not be too late to build a grand palace then.
Thou art quite skilled at comforting others, little one.
Lu Jiao, concerning thy former lord, the Prince of Chu, I have heard his Majesty intends to act.
He hath already set his sights on thee regarding the Ministry of Works, silver.
Lord Zhang, concerning thy former lord, the Prince of Chu, I have heard his Majesty intends to act.
He's already set his sights on thee regarding the Ministry of Works, silver.
Father, make haste. There are candied hawthorns ahead. Sire, the princess is exceedingly joyous this day. Whilst we are beyond the palace walls, address me as master.
Old grandfather, thy vegetables are most fresh. Why doth no one purchase them?
Little maid, the harvests this year fetch but a meager price.
Due to the floods a short time ago, the fields were drowned in the floods. More than half the harvest was lost. With great toil did I glean these fair few.
Yet the townsfolk deem the price too steep.
Father, let us purchase some, I pray thee.
Venerable elder, how dost thou price these greens?
3 coppers a measure.
Sure to please they milled. Take them for 2.5.
I shall purchase them all. Here are 150 coppers.
Mayor, this
This is far too much.
These greens are not worth such.
They are well worth it.
Thy toil in the fields is arduous. 'Tis but thy rightful due.
Old man, I shall take all thy vegetables.
3 coppers a measure. I offer 2 coppers.
Good my lord, the wares have already been purchased by this lord. How much dost thou offer?
I shall raise the price. The coin is paid, I sell not.
Dost thou know who I am?
I am Master Wang, proprietor of the Wang grain shop in the southern ward.
If thou hast any sense, stand aside.
This old fool's wares are so cheap.
If I purchase them for a pittance and sell them high, a handsome profit is assured.
Thou art a wicked man,
In my heart thou plottest to buy cheap and sell dear.
taking advantage of this old sire's ignorance.
What nonsense spoutest thou, little wench?
Ah, venerable elder, shouldst thou face hardships hereafter, thou mayest beat the drum at the magistrate's court for justice. The emperor hath decreed, whosoever doth oppress the common folk shall be punished with utmost severity, without reprieve.
Long live the emperor! Long live the emperor!
Though I have shielded the commoners in the emperor's name.
Father, thou art truly wondrous.
Merod, Morod, save us.
The corrupt officials have persecuted us until we can no longer survive. Such tyranny is beyond endurance.
Birot, save us!
The corrupt officials have persecuted us until we can no longer survive. Such tyranny is beyond endurance. Your Majesty, this humble subject hath a memorial to present. The children of impoverished families across the realm lack access to texts. Should this continue thusly, imperial court shall soon have no capable men to employ. Seldom again shall noble sons rise from humble origins.
All the realm's talents shall spring solely from illustrious and noble clans.
Which is no blessing for the nation, nor its people. What Lord Li speaketh is indeed the truth.
Yet, to establish academies requireth silver.
It requireth masters and grounds. The imperial treasury is already lacking in abundance.
Coupled with the colossal expenditures of the water conservancy works,
I fear it shall be exceedingly difficult to sustain.
furthermore,
Even if youths of humble birth were to study,
what of it?
the official posts of the court are limited. Not every man can become a minister. Should the sons of humble origins become learned, would they not vie with my own son for an official seat? Lei, it cannot be. Hey, it must absolutely not be done.
Mo Zhao.
Thou art afraid the humble-born will snatch thy son's official seat.
And that is why thou opposite the free academies, is it not?
Your Highness the Princess, I am wronged.
This subject, thy servant harbors no such intent.
In thy heart, thou wert still saying, nay, it cannot be. It must absolutely not be done.
I heard it all. My beloved subject Zhao.
Is what the princess speaks the truth? It is thy servant's crime. I ought not have forsaken public duty for private interests.
I beseech your majesty's forgiveness.
Thy salary is forfeit for half a year, as a warning to others.
Step down.
Your majesty, I possess a stratagem.
Speak, let us hear it.
Let every county establish free academies,
Whilst utilizing commerce to sustain the education.
we shall commend the virtuous and punish the wicked, so that impoverished children may also pursue their studies. When they come of age, they may assist your majesty in governing the realm. Indeed, utilizing commerce to sustain education, to exalt the virtuous and chastise the wicked.
Yeah, imperial father is truly sagacious.
Your majesty, this stratagem is most feasible. Merchants possess wealth and yearn for renown. An imperial plaque bestowed by the royal court is the highest of honors. The merchants shall donate silver to establish academies. The common folk shall reap the true bounty, and the imperial court shall gain men of talent. 'Tis a single stroke that yields threefold blessings. I grant. Let an imperial decree be issued. All prefectures and counties shall establish academies. The funds shall be bestowed by the local gentry. Benefactors shall be granted imperial plaques and be enshrined amongst the local worthies. Furthermore, the court shall appraise the fruits of these academies in every prefecture and county annually. Those who excel shall be elevated and handsomely rewarded. Those who fall short shall be held strictly to account. Your majesty is infinitely wise.
1,000 years to her Highness the Princess.
I shall steadfastly safeguard imperial father's realm for him. Your majesty, concerning the relief funds and grain for the Jiangnan floods,
It appears some discrepancies have arisen.
Your majesty,
Concerning the relief funds and grain for the Jiangnan floods, it appears some discrepancies have arisen. Investigate them.
Your Majesty,
Herein lies the Ministry of Works ledger regarding the Southern Waterway projects.
I beseech your Majesty to review it. Every expenditure is clearly delineated.
Not a single copper is unaccounted for. These characters are exceedingly complex. I can scarcely comprehend them. DDU.
Yet, I perceive the true machinations within this man's heart.
500,000 tiles were requested for the dredging of the waterways.
In truth, but 200,000 were spent. Timber and stone were all billed at thrice their market worth.
The remaining 300,000 taels have lined my own coffers. 20,000 were given to the Minister of Works as his share. 100,000 lie concealed within the cellar of my ancestral home.
The rest was used to acquire fertile lands and merchant shops.
The Emperor hath never audited these ledgers.
Methinks I shall gloss over it this time as well.
So long as I maintain my composure, no soul shall discern the truth. Splendid.
Thou hast embezzled 300,000 taels, yet dearest to tally the sum in thine own mind, Lord Zhao. The price of timber thou didst report unto the court.
How doth it exceed the market price threefold?
The princess doth jest.
Thy humble servant acts merely in accordance with custom.
The timber is transported from the south unto the capital.
Toll of conveyance is exceedingly steep. Thus, the cost is naturally greater than that of the marketplace. A single log commands but 1 tael of silver in the market. Yet thou didst declare 3. For 100 logs, thou hast claimed
For 1,000 logs,
2,000 taels extra.
the riverway thou didst mend
Stretcheth for 100 miles, demanding tens of thousands of logs. How vast a sum must thou have falsely claimed?
Lord Zhao, doth the princess speak the truth?
Be your majesty see clearly. Thy subject is grievously wronged. Every coin spent by thy subject is recorded and verifiable. The princess is but a child, and comprehendeth not such matters.
In thine heart, thou didst even confess to sharing 20,000 taels with the minister of
100,000 lie concealed within the cellar of thy ancestral home, and the remainder used to acquire fertile lands and merchant shops.
Shall I dispatch guards to unearth it, that thou mayest see?
How couldst thou know? Art thou man or phantom? Audacious! Our royal daughter is naturally blessed by the mandate of heaven.
Guards!
Thy servant is here. Hear our decree. Seize Zhao.
Confiscate his estate and recover all the embezzled silver. Command that the Minister of Works, Liu Mu, be apprehended as well.
Investigate this matter unto its very depths.
Thy will be done. Your Majesty, spare my life!
Thy subject is willing to return the illicit silver. Thy subject begs to perform deeds of merit to atone for his crimes.
Yet another wicked soul hath been vanquished. Corrupt and filthy officials. I shall seize them, one and all.
I shall be the guardian of my royal father's empire.
Dangian, thou hast aided thy royal father once more.
But of course, for I am the great detective princess, the kind who possesseth the power to read minds.
Be not overly proud.
Remember well, this power to read minds is a gift from the heavens.
Thou must use it upon the righteous path.
Didinin knoweth well. Didindit shall aid royal father in seizing all corrupt officials beneath the heavens,
that the common folk may live in prosperity.
Your Majesty.
Zhao Kang was poisoned and silenced whilst being escorted.
It appeareth there are others pulling strings from the shadows.
Your Majesty.
Zhao Chou was poisoned and silenced whilst being escorted.
It appeareth there are others pulling strings from the shadows.
Your Imperial Majesty, my king hath sent me to offer these local treasures as tribute, as a humble token of our goodwill.
Within these wooden chests, life Che unique unto the southern frontier.
Its value is beyond measure. Envoy,
Thou hast traveled from afar.
thou hast endured much. Convey our gratitude unto thy king. Yet, my king hath spoken thus. The lands of the southern frontier are treacherous and difficult to traverse.
My king is fully capable of governing it himself and need not trouble the imperial court.
Such insolence!
The southern frontier is the territory of Great Jing.
How dare thou speak such treasonous words of secession?
Cool thy anger, my lord.
The people of the southern frontier have long suffered under exorbitant taxes. Should the imperial court fail to show us compassion,
We shall have no choice but to govern ourselves.
The people of the southern frontier are our subjects as well.
we shall naturally treat them with equal favor, making no distinction betwixt north and south, nor betwixt tribes and kin. Pretty words.
My king's true intent
is but to frighten them a little, that we may extract greater boons. Once the imperial court agreeth to remit our taxes, and bestoweth gold and silver upon us,
We shall return and declare our mission fulfilled.
In truth, the southern border lacketh the might to defy the imperial court.
'Tis but a paper tiger then.
Behold how I shall lay bare thy deception.
Good. Uncle Envoy.
The goons thou seekest in thy heart,
My royal father hath long prepared for thee.
Yet, shouldst thou dare to utter threats anew, those boons shall be entirely forfeit.
Haha, her highness doth jest.
What boons?
Thy king harboureth no true intent to rebel. He merely seeketh to extort greater favor, doth he not?
So they be but a paper tiger.
Her highness is most wise.
I beseech thy pardon, your highness.
I beg thy mercy, your majesty.
my king doth indeed suffer unspoken hardships. The southern border hath been plagued by endless years of drought. The common folk starve, and have naught to fill their bellies. 'Tis for this reason alone we resorted to so desperate a stratagem.
I beseech your majesty's clemency.
If the southern border suffereth such hardship,
Why didst thou not petition the throne openly and with honor? Must thou needs resort to such foul threats?
the sin is thy servants.
I beg your majesty's grace.
The southern border,
Royal father, they too are but wretched souls.
spare them, I pray thee. Here, our decree. We remit the taxes of the southern border for 3 years' time. Allocate 100,000 measures of grain to bring succor to the stricken. Let agricultural ministers be dispatched to the south to instruct the people of the southern border in the building of waterworks and the improvement of their husbandry. The southern border and the central plains are but one family. We desire not to see such folly occur a second time. Speak thy grievances plainly. We shall never mistreat any among our subjects. Long live his majesty. 10,000 years. 1,000 years to her highness the princess.
I have aided royal father in winning the heart of yet another domain.
The realm grows ever more secure. It appears the old retainers of the Prince of Chu have also dispatched men to the southern frontier. The court is dismissed. It appears the old retainers of the Prince of Chu have also dispatched men to the southern frontier.
Withdrawn.
The sole servant bows before your majesty, and her majesty, the empress. And her highness, the eldest princess. You may rise. How fares this year's rice crop? Joyous tidings, your majesty. The newly introduced champa rice seeds can withstand both drought and flood. Their growing season is brief, and the yield per moo hath increased by 2/10 over former years. This old servant hath tilled the earth for a lifetime, and hath never witnessed such a bountiful harvest. 2/10? Truly? Your majesty, pray look upon this testing field. The yield per moo doth reach 4 pekelish, whereas in former years, ordinary fields yielded but a little over 3. Royal father, there are many little insects in the soil. Whatever are they doing? Your highness possesses a keen eye. These are earthworms. They burrow to and fro beneath the earth to loosen the soil and enrich the fields. In soil where earthworms dwell, the crops grow exceptionally well. I have seen them in mother's vegetable garden. Mother saith that if thou art good to the land shall be good to thee. One cannot merely plant without nourishing. The crops must be rotated, and fertilizer must be spread. To think her highness understands the ways of agriculture? This wisdom of crop rotation and fertilization is precisely what this old servant hath learned from years of study. For the princess to be of such tender years, yet grasp the principle of harmony between heaven and humanity, she is truly worthy to be your majesty's daughter. It is Myeonian who hath taught her well. He hath endured such great hardship among the common folk. Yet he hath raised a daughter who best comprehends the suffering of the people. Such wondrous rice seeds, all to be sown by all the commoners across the realm. Thus, none shall ever suffer the pangs of hunger again. Pass down our decree. The Zhanchuang rice seeds shall be propagated throughout all arable lands of the realm. Whosoever doth convert their fields to this new seed shall be exempt from land tax for 1 year. Furthermore, command all prefectures and counties to appoint agricultural officials, whose sole charge shall be to instruct the populace in tilling the earth and to propagate these fine seeds. We decree that every household beneath the heavens shall possess surplus grain. Your majesty is infinitely wise. It is a great blessing for the common folk and a profound fortune for all the realm. Mother, dost thou see? Father is ensuring that all the people of the realm are fed. Thou must surely be rejoiced. Your majesty, when the autumn harvest arrives, shall we return hither to reap the rice? Very well. We shall bring Dandian along, that he may learn from whence our sustenance comes.
I wish to harvest the rice with mine own hands. Mother saith the grain, one grows oneself is ever the sweetest.
What? Ya Jingheng has been ambushed at the border and grievously wounded.
I wish to harvest the rice with my own hands. Mother saith, the grain one grows oneself is ever the sweetest. What? Xia Jingheng has been ambushed at the border and grievously wounded. Your Majesty, concerning the ambush upon the Prince of Jin,
It could not have occurred, save for a traitor within.
Lord Li, thou hast neither proof nor evidence. Thou must not make such wild conjectures. The most pressing matter is to dispatch reinforcements to secure the border.
Your Majesty, the border conflicts, the waterworks in the south, and the academies across the land,
All these endeavors require silver.
yet the royal treasury's reserves of silver and grain are more than half depleted.
This subject fears our expenditures shall soon exceed our revenues. My beloved ministers, doth anyone possess sound counsel?
Candied hawthorns for sale.
Dandian, behold, yonder stout merchant doth earn a greatest coin, yet the tribute he yieldeth is equal unto that of the vegetable selling.
Elder beside him is most unjust.
When thou art grown, Dandian, remember, they of great wealth must offer more,
Whilst they of meager means shall offer less.
only thus may all the realm prosper together in harmony.
What if he should refuse to part with his silver?
Then let his miserliness be known unto all the land.
We shall see how he doth ply his trade thereafter. Verily, Mother had imparted this wisdom unto me long ago.
Imperial Father, I possess a stratagem.
Pray tell, Dandian. Speak thy mind.
Let the wealthy yield a heavier tax, and let the destitute yield less.
Furthermore, should any court official embezzle the realm's coin,
Let their ill-gotten gains be confiscated by the crown.
and apply to lessen the tribute of the common folk.
Or to fund our campaigns upon the frontiers. Would that not suffice?
Her Highness speaks of a graduated tax and the seizure of corrupt silver for the state. Such a practice hath existed since antiquity. Were it properly enacted, would most certainly swell the imperial treasury's coffers.
Once relieving the burdens borne by the impoverished masses.
A graduated tax is virtuous indeed. Yet how shall we discern the wealthy from the destitute? Should local magistrates be tasked to report such matters?
I fear they shall resort to falsehoods and deceit.
Then let the merchants declare their own wealth. If they declare too little and be found out, levy a fine tenfold upon them. Should they declare generously? The imperial court shall grant them a plaque of honorable commerce. Thus, who would dare attempt deception?
Excellent. It shall be done according to Diandian's wisdom.
Hear my decree. Wealthy households shall be taxed in tiers according to their fortunes, whilst the poor shall be exempt.
Let all illicit silver of corrupt officials be seized for the imperial treasury without exception.
These funds shall be strictly purposed for waterworks, public learning, and the defense of our frontiers. And let petition boxes be established across all provinces. Encourage the common folk to report wicked merchants and corrupt officials.
Let those whose claims are verified be richly rewarded. Great is His Majesty's renown.
1,000 years unto Her Highness, the Princess.
I shall help father defend his empire.
Should the treasury lack coin, I shall help him earn it. Should villains be too numerous, I shall help him apprehend them.
What manifold thoughts are contained within this little head of yours? Naught but imperial father and the common folk of the realm. Transmit the order to the Imperial Guard to fortify the heavenly prison's defenses. Transmit the order to the Imperial Guard to fortify the heavenly prison's defenses. Today is my natal day, and all have gathered. I am most pleased. Your son wishes Imperial Mother fortune, as boundless as the eastern sea, and longevity enduring as the southern mountains. Your subject wife wishes Imperial Mother robust health and eternal joy upon your countenance. Your nephew wishes Imperial Aunt boundless longevity. Having suffered wounds during the recent ambush,
It is solely by Imperial Aunt's grace in sending medicine.
else this nephew fears he would not have returned alive. It matters only that you have returned safely, child. My precious grandchild.
What birthday tribute have you prepared for your imperial grandmother?
Imperial grandmother must first close her eyes.
Imperial grandmother may open them now.
My precious grandchild, my life has been truly fulfilled.
This child, Diandian, holds everyone within her heart. That is why she is our greatest treasure.
Dianian, where have you drawn your third imperial uncle?
Third imperial uncle is waging war upon the frontiers.
When third uncle returns victorious from his next battle, I shall paint another portrait for you.
Of you riding upon your steed in majestic glory. Very well.
Your third uncle shall await it.
The greatest birthday tribute I've received this day.
Is this very painting?
Transmit my decree.
Have this painting mounted and hung in the main hall of my bedchamber,
that I may gaze upon it day after day,
As long as Imperial Grandmother is pleased.
Diandian shall paint one for you every year hereafter.
My sweet grandchild is more precious than any worldly treasure.
Imperial Mother, your son has urgent matters to attend to.
I must beg my leave.
The Prince of Chu seeks to save Du.
They shall make their move tonight.
The Prince of Chu seeks to save Du.
They shall make their move tonight. Your Majesty has arrived.
Have you come to send this subject on his final journey?
Liu Yan, you aided Dowager Consort Chu in pointing at us
And attempting to assassinate the crown princess. Your crimes are beyond pardon.
We have come this day
To ask you one final question.
Was there another orchestrating this from the shadows?
Did your Majesty truly believe that a mere woman like Dowager Consort Shu
could mobilize the Imperial Guards?
Or bribe the imperial physicians.
Your Majesty is far too naive.
I cannot speak of it.
If I do, my family's lives shall be forfeit.
I am a dead man either way.
I might as well drag a few down with me.
I shall implicate a few ministers.
And force them to join me in the grave.
The one your Majesty despises most is Yao Jingheng.
I shall claim it was Yao Jingheng who commanded me, so that your Majesty may execute him.
Imperial Father, he is lying.
He wishes to frame third imperial uncle.
How? That's what you know. Are you a mortal or a demon?
I can hear the very thoughts within your heart. You plotted to frame third imperial uncle, so that imperial father would kill him. How wicked you are. We had considered that you were once a meritorious subject. We had wished to grant thee a whole corpse,
But as it appears now,
thou canst not be spared.
Mercy, your Majesty.
thy servant is willing to confess and surrender all accomplices.
I beseech your Majesty
To spare thy servant's life.
By the order of my master,
I shall send thee on thy way.
Protect His Majesty. Protect the Master.
Investigate thoroughly the origins of these assassins in black for us.
Your Majesty, this is an old command token from the estate of the Prince of Chu. Though the Prince of Chu is dead, his remnants are not yet purged.
pass our decree.
Investigate thoroughly the Prince of Chu's former subordinates. Leave not a single one alive. This is an old command token from the estate of the Prince of Chu. Though the Prince of Chu is dead, his remnants are not yet purged.
Pass our decree. Investigate thoroughly the Prince of Chu's former subordinates. Leave none alive.
Long live the Emperor. May he live for 10,000 years. Since our ascension to the throne, we have been blessed with the assistance of loyal ministers and capable generals, and even more blessed by the filial piety of our beloved daughter, Dian.
Today, we announce that the Southern Water Conservancy project hath been completed.
Tens of thousands of acres of fertile land are now spared from the floods. Medical academies have been established in every province and county. Children of humble birth now have books to read. New seeds of grain have been distributed, so that every household across the realm hath surplus grain. The new tax laws are in trial, and the burden upon the poor hath been greatly lightened. The great Jing Empire shall henceforth enter a golden age of prosperity. His Majesty is most sagacious. We can finally eat our fill.
I hear this was all the eldest princess's idea.
A 5-year-old child, yet wiser than adults. My royal father is the greatest emperor.
He reviews memorials every day until midnight, and doth not even have time to take his meals. He bestowed all the silver he spared to mend the rivers for you, to establish schools, and to reduce taxes.
Dianjie shall help him guard this realm, forever and always.
Dian. Now not the greatest blessing of Imperial Father's life, having a daughter such as thee.
Dianjie's greatest fortune is having found thee, Father.
Imperial Father.
Dost thou think Mother can see us from the heavens?
Yea, she is surely watching over us, smiling most joyously.
Mother said her greatest pride was not Imperial Father, but myself. Yet I feel my greatest pride is having Imperial Father and Mother.
Sweet child, Imperial Father, no matter what wicked souls we may encounter hereafter, or what hardships may arise, Dian shall protect thee.
This is Dian's vow. A word once spoken cannot be drawn back even by 4 swift steeds.
Very well, it is a pact.
Imperial Father, the last time I ventured beyond the palace with Imperial Mother, I met an older maiden at the market named Lion.
Both her parents have perished. She is all alone and most pitiful.
May Dian bring her into the palace to study by my side?
So long as she is willing, Imperial Father shall send men to fetch her.
Wondrous.
Lion said she too wishes to study.
We shall attend the academy together.
Danan possesses a kind heart.
Thou toust after thy mother. And what of our wolf brethren?
Imperial Father, doth the Imperial kitchen send meat to the valley each day?
Indeed, not a single day hath been missed.
That is well. When the academy grants leave, I shall take Alien to see the wolf brethren. Our beloved Dian. Rest well. Imperial Father, the academy doth open on the morrow.
Dian must go to study.
Imperial Father awaits the completion of thy studies, that thou mayst help Imperial Father govern the realm in the days to come. Imperial Father, striking the palms is forbidden. Very well, there shall be no striking. Imperial Father awaits the completion of thy studies,
that thou mayest help Imperial Father govern the realm in the days to come.
Imperial Father, striking the palms is forbidden. Very well, there shall be no striking. Men at their birth are naturally good of heart. Your Highness,
Pray, expound upon the meaning of this verse.
it meaneth that all mortals are born virtuous, yet some fall into wickedness hereafter. Grand Tutor, how does the wicked person come to be so?
Is it because there is none to instruct them?
Your Highness, speak of truly. Education is the very foundation of character. Thus doth the imperial court establish public academies.
Alan, wherefore dost thou take such copious notes?
Before they passed, this humble maiden's parents said that to study is a blessing of the highest heavens. Thus, I dare not squander it. Your Highness, thou art of golden branch and jade leaf. Shouldst thou suffer a scratch or a fall, we could never bear the consequence.
Indeed, 'tis so.
Would be best if thou just return to playing with thy kite. Pray, be not angered, Your Highness. They meant no offense.
They are merely fearful of punishment.
They clearly disdain me for my youth, thinking I know not how to play, and thus they forbid me from joining. To speak of fearing consequences is but an excuse. Liars. Yet it matters not. Thou shalt teach me the game. I refuse to believe I cannot master it. Pa. What has transpired here? Hast thou been brawling? Imperial Father, I have learned to play kudzu today. Though my skill is lacking, Lion saith I have made progress.
The princess was most diligent at the academy today.
Even the Grand Tutor did bestow praise upon her. Our D&D doth also study in earnest. Royal Father, look not down upon me. Elaine saith that study
is a blessing.
Dinian must not squander such a blessing.
Thy royal father mocks thee not.
Yet, partaking in kuju is permissible.
Take heed, lest thou injure thyself. I understand. Royal father is most gracious. Royal father, a lion saith he had never beheld a living wolf. When the academy granteth leave, I wish to guide him to the valley, to behold them.
I beseech thee, may we go?
It is permitted.
I shall assign an escort to attend thee. Take ample guards.
Glorious.
I shall let Leonine bear witness to how formidable my looping companions truly are.
Yet, bear this in mind.
Wolves are, by nature, wild beasts.
Thou must not draw too near.
I know it well. They did save my life.
I must show them reverence.
Slumber now,
For thou hast studies on the morrow.
rest well, brother wolves.
Rest well.
Rest well, royal father.
Rest well. Yeah.
Rest well, royal father.
Royal mother, a lion saith he is skilled in needlework.
I wish to learn.
Wilt thou instruct me, I pray thee? I shall instruct thee on another morrow. Yet, needlework doth demand great patience. Thou must not treat it as thy martial studies,
Working but in fits and starts.
I would never. I am destined to be the great Gene's first female chancellor. I must master all things. Royal mother, what ails thee?
My empress.
I am unharmed. Mayhap I slumbered poorly yesternight. I feel a slight swoon. My moon courses have been delayed these past 2 months. Could it be? Royal mother, art thou with child? Princess, speak not such nonsense. I speak no nonsense. I heard it in my heart. Royal mother, am I to be an elder sister? I offer my felicitations, Your Majesty.
Felicitations to Her Majesty the Empress.
Her Majesty is indeed with child.
It's been roughly 2 months, and her pulse is steady.
Truly, I am to be a father once more. Glory be, I am to be an elder sister. Dian, thou art to be an elder sister. Henceforth, thou must take good care of thy little brother or sister. Naturally, I shall teach them to read and to play kuju, and I shall protect them.
None shall be allowed to bully them.
It is a blessing for this child to have an elder sister such as Dian. Royal father,
Pray tell, is the child in royal mother's womb a brother or a sister?
thy royal father knows not, yet whether it be a brother or a sister.
Thy royal father shall cherish them.
I do hope 'tis a sister. Thus I may plait her hair and dress her in beautiful gowns. Thou dost look far into the future. Royal father, when my birth mother in the heavens beholds our joy,
She must surely be gladdened as well, yes?
aye, she must surely be gladdened. She is surely overjoyed. Your Majesty, though the tribes of the northern frontier have retreated,
Small bands of roving bandits have of late harassed our border villages.
plundering grain and wounding our people. This subject beseeches Your Majesty to allow him to lead the troops and eradicate them. Your Majesty, the Prince of Joan hath but recently returned to the capital. 'Tis ill-advised for him to march to war again. We may dispatch the local garrisons to vanquish them. They are but trifling bandits.
There is no need to trouble His Highness the Prince.
Royal father, Dian hath an idea, though I know not if it be suitable. Pray, speak thy mind. The marauders pillage grain, for they have not to eat. Should we establish a market upon the borders and barter our grain for their steeds and fur cloaks?
They shall plunder no more.
Mother once said, when the belly is full, who doth desire to wage war? Her Highness's counsel is most excellent to substitute commerce for conquest, thereby subduing the foe without drawing a blade. Yet, to trade with the barbarian tribes have ever been forbidden by the imperial court. Was forbidden aforetime, for they did constantly assail us. Now, they are cowed by our might, and dare not strike. Wherefore can we not trade? Royal father hath declared that the peace and prosperity of the realm's subjects is of the utmost import, and the people of the borders are thy subjects too. It is granted. Pass down our decree. Let border markets be established in the northern marches, to barter grain and cloth for steeds and pelts.
Command the Prince of Zhonghua to lead 500 elite troops to patrol the borders
and safeguard the commerce therein, unless driven by direst necessity.
Yeah, shall not engage in battle. Thy servant obeys. His Majesty is most wise.
Her Highness the Princess is most wise. Second imperial brother. The child Diandian is truly a blessing bestowed by heaven. Were it not for her, who knows how many more years the war in the northern marches would rage on.
The child doth possess a mind most lucid. Oftentimes, we feel deeply put to shame.
That we, her own father, should pale in comparison to her wisdom. Third, imperial uncle.
As thou goest to the frontier, couldst thou bear an item for me? What manner of item?
To an missal I have penned for the children of the borders.
I pray thee, deliver it unto them, and tell them that the children of the capital yearn to be their friends as well.
Very well. My third imperial uncle shall assuredly deliver it for thee.
Our precious Didian,
Thou hast truly grown.
our precious Diandian.
Thou hast truly grown.
Imperial physician, what is thy diagnosis? Her Majesty the Empress Dowager hath fallen ill from accumulated exhaustion.
Coupled with her advanced age, she must rest peacefully to recuperate, and must toil no more. Thy humble servant shall write some prescriptions. If taken at the appointed hours,
She may gradually recover her strength.
we are well. Go about your duties, all of you.
We need but a moment's slumber to be well.
We have endured all things in this lifetime. The only ones we cannot bear to leave are Jingting and Dianan,
As well as our unborn grandchild.
We do so yearn to watch them grow.
Imperial grandmother, thou shalt surely recover.
Dianina forbids that any harm should befall thee.
Good grandchild, weep no more.
Imperial father, can the imperial physician cure imperial grandmother's affliction?
The imperial physician stated that if she but rests and recuperates,
She shall recover.
Imperial father, thou art deceiving me.
Didian heard imperial grandmother say in her heart,
That she yearns to watch us grow. Is imperial grandmother's affliction truly grave?
Dandian, imperial grandmother is advanced in years. Her body is not as hale as it once was.
We must accompany her more often.
Bring her joy, and her affliction shall mend the swifter.
Yes, Diandian shall come to accompany imperial grandmother every day.
Diandian, why hast thou not yet slept?
Dianan is not weary.
Imperial grandmother,
Speak no more and rest peacefully.
Diandian is here to keep the company.
Your Majesty, the princess truly resembles her mother.
Moy possessed such a temperament in days past.
Cold in outward guise,
Yet her heart was warmer than any other's.
Moyan possessed such a temperament in days past. Cold in outward guise, yet her heart was warmer than any other's.
This dowager owes her very life to her precious grandchild.
Imperial grandmother must live for 100 years
And watch Diandian grow to adulthood.
And watch her younger siblings grow as well, haha. We bid the maids to support thee, yet thou refused to listen.
Thy wife is not so fragile. Ah, thou art truly. Greetings, imperial brother and sister-in-law. Second imperial brother. The tribal chieftain hath even offered tributes of his own accord.
Pleading to forge an eternal alliance. Excellent. Thou hast worked tirelessly, third imperial brother. Third imperial uncle, I have drawn a portrait of thee.
Pray tell, doth it resemble thee?
It doth.
'Tis a striking resemblance indeed. Dianian, thy third imperial uncle shall claim this painting.
I shall take it to my manor and have it mounted.
Imperial Father, say, is the brightest star in the heavens my mother?
Indeed. It must certainly be her. Mother must be joyous beyond measure, for she beholds Imperial Father,
Governing the realm with such great wisdom, and she sees that Diandian have found a new family, and shall soon welcome younger siblings. Diandian, I thank thee. Thank thee for coming to Imperial Father's side.
Imperial Father. Diandian thanks thee as well.
Thank thee for never forsaking the search for mother.
And I thank thee, for since Diandian arrived, thou hast treated her with such boundless kindness.
Imperial Father, let us hook fingers in a vow.
What manner of vow?
We vow that, no matter what shall come to pass in the future, someone
That our family shall remain together for all eternity.
Imperial Father, Imperial Mother, Imperial Grandmother,
Third Imperial, Uncle,
the unborn royal siblings, and Diandian.
not a single one shall be missing.
Very well.
Imperial Father promises you. Not a single one shall be missing. Little Diandian, the eldest princess of Great Jing, was recorded in the annals to possess surpassing wisdom.
She aided her imperial father, Shakington, in forging a prosperous era, constructing waterworks, establishing free academies,
Opening border markets and decreting new taxes.
The frontiers were pacified, and the commoners were granted well-being.
the realm prospered, and the people knew peace.
As for the art of mind reading,
The historical texts bear no record of it. Yet, the will of the people is the mandate of heaven. Many years hence, Diandian did indeed become the first female chancellor of Great Jing, assisting the young emperor in continuing the age of prosperity.
I thank you all for hearkening to Diandian's tale.
the story of Diandian is now complete.
Yet, Diandia's journey in this life remains long indeed.
May you all likewise live your lives in peace and joy.